nga batandika okusaala. Then I told them that's not right. Chicham, but they never RDC bonna nga basaala. They were no, that's not right. All of us join our Catholic faith and pray for this Catholic. As simple as that. So I ended up delaying there. Then after I had to drive to be here. And as you know, the roads of this place, of Uganda, so I end up here. But anyway, I'm Fr Kiibi Deo Katerega, and I come from Mpigi. Thank you for inviting me to Ntinda. When we are coming this way, we come in trembling. First of all, the way you look is scaring. And I was arriving here, and my friend called Miss Biarugaba. I saw her calling from UK. I told her, please wait. Let me first give a talk. Then I talked to you. No, we are waiting for you online. You are nowhere. So I came to know that this talk is going far over the seas. I'm hoping what I will say will make some impact in you. I see most of your age groups, you are veterans in most of the fields, and you have enough expertise to understand what I'm going to talk about because you are already showing signs of experience. Anyway, before I say anything about balancing your faith, career, and social life as a Christian, as a believer, as a Catholic, I want to first say a word about gratitude. The whole of last year, towards the end of last year and the beginning of this year, every moment I've had a chance to get a microphone, I've been reminding people to be grateful. I've been echoing the words of Oprah Winfrey from US. You know, most of you know her, a successful business lady. And that she went in a certain place and told everyone there to close their eyes. They closed their eyes and she told them to breathe in and out 3 times. And when everybody did that, she told them that said thank you. And everyone said thank you, thank you, thank you 3 times. And she added that thank God that you are still here. Thank God that you are not dead yet. Thank him. You see, sometimes we take life for granted and we forget that people die every day. One of the priests we were ordained with, Father Isaiah, got a stroke and he died. Got a stroke a few days ago. He died. He died on the way to Kampala. He died on the way to Kampala. They were bringing him maybe to Mulago or wherever from the north. Gwanga lyafanti muliraba. Ikuveri bado bamulete eno yafidde nakasongola atanaba kutoka. So sometimes we take a living for granted, you take a job for granted, you take a wife for granted, children for granted, salary for granted. But we must be grateful every day that we are here. We are not dead. We are told approximately about 56.6 million people die per year. And no, die per year. And when you calculate, that means 1.8 people, about 2 people die per second. Some have complicated sicknesses. But now, waliwo Sabida Omwala, yameredde okone, yamerera munda. Lyatusenga wano lizibyewo agenda kufa. Nasemba kuwuliza nga ali mu ICU. So sometimes when you wake up, you forget to say thank you. So I want to thank the Lord that you are here. I thank him that you are Catholics, that you are believers. I've not seen people who don't pray who look sensible. They look scaring. When I meet them, people who don't pray, instead recognize them. One time I met somebody there in Rubaga, told me, Father, pray for me. And I put my hand on his head, and the guy began coughing non-stop. I told him, you have too many problems. Even when I was still doing a lot of counseling in Rubaga, some people could enter my office smelling, having an order which is satanic. So we thank the Lord that we are Catholics, and especially those of you who are Saba Christu, ne team yo na executive. Eshiganye mu Luzungu. Njakuteka muko Uganda sigenda kubona ponera bwana maso gamu. Luzungu bane twayiga luyige ne njadduke zaako. Toko yagenda kupera mu Luzungu nere ekimute kyewalika. Ngeno kulangoleza ekyo Luganda. Anyway, nebaza mukama kumenga muli balamu. I thank him for everything. And in a special way, I thank the Lord that you are alive today. Let us say, Katonda yebale, yebale nyo, Katonda yebale, yebale, nja kumwebazanga emirembe gyonna, nja kumwebazanga obuteddiza. Atenderezebwe Omukama, atenderezebwe Omukama Katonda w'amagye, atenderezebwe Omukama, agulumizibwe Omutonzi w'eggulu n'ensi. Put your hands together wherever you are and clap for God. God, that hand clap is for you. Thank you for everything we are and whatever we have. Amen. Now let me talk about the topic that I was given. You see, when you are coming to places like Ntinda, you write a bit. Because if you don't write, you may end up messing up everything, even messing up yourself. So I wrote a few words that I want to use to speak to you. And the topic I was given is balancing faith, career, and the social life as a Christian. But I want to thank the parish priest and Father Masisa. Thank you for this program in a parish. Actually, Ntinda is now an example to all the parishes here in Uganda. This is something good. Ongoing information, ongoing catechesis, and getting a topic and talk about it. Because when we talk about you, we strengthen you, we encourage you, we keep you going, we uplift you, we boost you up, we boost your faith. So it's good to be talked through. Twetaaga kubanga waliwo buli kaseera yogera naffe okusigala nga amanda tugongeramu ne tubeera nga tutambula. 3 years ago, I read that 17,000 people died in the US of depression. Muntu atuuka nga you are alone, you have all the money, you have all the cars, but you are feeling a lot of emptiness in you. So this is a very, very wonderful program that I encourage. Let us keep it up. Now, living a balanced Christian life amidst tough modern day challenges is not very easy at all. There are so many tensions to reconcile between prioritizing your Catholic faith, your prayer life, and living everyday life patterns. As you know, life is so busy. We are working. Even to get a job here in Uganda is not easy. So when you get a job, some people have more than one job. They have businesses at home. They have some side income enterprises. So we are busy all day. But scripture tells us how eager and fervent our pursuit of God and our call as Christians must be. We have always been reminded to go to church, to pray. But sometimes it is hard. It becomes hard. However, practically speaking, how do you find the time for worship, engaging in church community demands, being a Sabbath Christian, and being a family man? How do you manage that? Some of us have a lot on our table. Some of us are bosses. We are employees. Too many commitments. Some of us come back home tired, and you would want to wake up and come to church, but you can't. There are so many people here who work even till Sunday, that they are working until Sunday. So how do you balance that? One time a Rotary Club invited me and they asked me, how do you balance your earthly life and your spiritual life? We need to balance it, by the way. We may have come to discover that your spiritual life is the foundation of your physical life. The life we do not see is the foundation of the life we see. Sometimes physical sicknesses is a result of spiritual sicknesses. Sometimes the external frailties are an indicator of internal frailties. I know God is the foundation of everything. So the pursuing our faith must be central in our lives. That one I know. But everything seems to be everything seems to be ending with God. Agamakanisa ogalaba abantu abasingayo babizibu. Amakanisa g'abalokole. Era muwuliranga omuntu omukulukulu ng'abavuddemu ng'abakatoliki ab'entindo oyo temumunoonya. Oyo waasaliramo aba atuuse aba abamanyi kyaliko. Abasingayo babizibu, balina ebizibu, tebalina bwakuddukira. Abeereri nga yazaala mu Buganda we nga temanyi kyakikolera. Okiraba? Naye ene kati omuntu bw'afa Mukama mwanirize. Buli kimu kyonna kyonna kidda bwa Mukama. Now, some of us actually have only weekends to rest, or only Sundays. That's why we have the 11 a.m. mass. For me, when I was a deacon at Christ the King, we had those masses at 11 a.m. mass. For those who work too much and they need some time to sleep. Even at Impigi, I put one at 11, but there were not many customers. So we pulled it to 10. On the other hand, some people prioritize physical rest and entertainment, the spiritual things. If in your home you never grew praying, if you never saw your father and mother wake up and pray, go to church, when you grow up, you find it no meaning. Why should you go to church? Bana bagenza okulaba byonna n'amaka kyekyo musula mukalina eringa ennyumba y'abafaaza bawana ebijiiko biri ebyalagirwa amasuwaani geego baana mubatwala mubavuga mu mmotoka kati omwana abuuza mu kyaki kati mukama mwetaagisa ki mazima. This is the problem in the US, in Europe and whatever. Abaana they bali in abundance. People are living in abundance. They have the money. The systems are clear. One time a priest was in German. I don't know, Father Sempungu. Yagapigizanga tusomesa mu theology. Nagamba yagambo omwana genda mu church mwana ambuuza, what will I do when I grow old? Nago nakalachinga nkaddiye. So obanga mukama takuyambye nnyo nti wakola kati otuukanga ebyensi bikutwala nnyo okusinga ebya Katonda. Today people don't want masses to delay. Mutega kubunkenge, people prefer a 10 minutes homily so that they run to meet other errands. You normally see you ngamuli kubunkenge. One time I remember at Christ the King, I was busy giving the word of God. I got to with the guy in Agira what? Time. Now, so even we preach while people are checking their watches. The career and social life pressure seems to exceed the pressure to listen, to attend to God's matters. Today, people have their phones switched on, even during Mass, for any calls from work or any breaking deals. Some people are single mothers, some are widows. Some of us have the entire family depending on us. A lot is on our heads. Briefly, many people struggle to find the right balance between faith, career, and social life. And as you know, church for what? Recently, I was in the UK and I had a chance to lead some masses. The parish priest allowed me to see some masses around. But most of the people there are black. Abazungu. Ebungereza we nalya mu corridor abazungu. Ogera kulabanga tebasoma nnyo. Era abasinga abo abafirika n'abaladini kyasigadde mu ffe. Amakyaki gali agamba agatunda agamu mabaala. Agamu bantu basulamu. Anyway, amidst the busy daily schedules, it's easy to get a little lost when hours of your days are spent on pursuing your life goals, building your career, and even social life, and end up living out prayer life. So how can we balance the three? How can I be busy with my faith? How can I keep building my career? And also serious with my social life, with my family, my relationships, my business. How can I do that? So I thought of 14 points that I want to share with you. Then I finish. One, I thought of making faith-filled swaps. I think to live a faith-filled day, to live a day of gratitude. I mean the blending of God in everything we are doing. There's something I've discovered. You see, after my ordination, when I was at Rubaga, since I could lead some deliverance and healing prayers, so I decided sometimes I could spend some time on the floor. I could sleep. Sacrifices, you know, kanensura ngasinga bank bwenkera nensaba umanye kafe twakera nkuchisinde paka lero. We wake up and pray in our home. Prayer is the opening activity in our house, even when we go back there. So, for us at home, we recite the rosary per day. That's why when I was coming from UK, from Doha, from Doha to Entebbe, I was able to recite 15 rosaries. Almost to recite the prayers of Padre, the times of Padre Pio. 15, I said 15 rosaries. Because it was at home, you know. So now as a priest, I took on that. And every day I wake up and pray and meet God before I meet people. Always miracles happen in the course of the day. That's why I began with this point, that wake up earlier and begin your day with the prayers with your family, simply because you may not get any better time to pray in the course of the day. May I read about the most successful people on this planet Earth, and I was able to draw from them 50 lessons. By the way, my book has already left has already been done with the final editor, and I'm going to publish. But out of those 50 lessons, I got 20 and I put in this first book. And you know, I discovered that these most successful people, they wake up between 4:30 and 5:30, they are up already. And they use that time to begin the day. Basoka kubugumaawo ne bakola meditation ne empoweringa ne boostinga nayisa mbapraza mawulire nakebera amasimu nagenda ku WhatsApp bugenda okukyanga. He began the day already. Bakufe abeba kangolinga competing n'abafu. Some people sleep as if they're competing with the dead. They sleep at 8, wake up at 10. As if they're competing with their dead people. Now, wake up and pray. Let me tell you, somebody said that when you conquer the morning, you conquer the day. When you conquer the evening, you conquer the night. So learn to conquer your day with God. Learn to give the first seconds, the first minutes with God, to God. Before you go into your pursuing your career, once again, before you go into your social life, begin with God, that you may have the power to enter into the career, whatever, and so on. Recently, I was in one of the schools, and they told me to talk with the teachers at the beginning of the term, and I was talking about some of the things that may kill your career. Career sobola okufa, social life sobola okufa. Gana manyi ga Mukama je gali matuufu. So live your day, live your day. Kanova na wandise kaji. Ate jagala kasoma kwa nakawandise. Kankaleke. Hello, William. If you are living near the church, go for morning mass. Morning mass must not be your first activity. It must be the second, maybe the third. The first activity must be in your house. Before you brush your teeth, before you go to the bathroom, you offer God the first things of your day, not handicap. God, when you're traveling, go listening to some worship music, some Catholic music must be in your car. Ngotambula. On your way, recite your rosary. You're going to work. Stay in a posture of praise and gratitude throughout the day. Those of us with the private offices, pray before you start. Immediately you enter, pray. Spare a few times in the morning, afternoon, evening, and talk to God. The things are possible. This must be on a daily basis. People are not so much interested in who you are today. People are more interested in who you will become tomorrow. How will you age? How will you retire? What will you have when you die? What will you leave behind? If you want to do what can outlive you, you must infuse God's power into your daily life. If you have some free time, attend 1 o'clock mass. Obanga tosomyeri ugamba ye point yange eyasokedde dala. Tino katonda muteke mu bintu bye mukola asobola okubagayidinga. There is a man I knew who had done a lot of lectures about cancer here in Uganda. But the guy discovered his cancer when it was at stage 4. And the guy told me that he's dying painfully because he knows the sickness that's going to kill him. He knows the stage at which it is. So that's why he's going to die painfully. Yali ayambe bangi agenda abulya cancer, yagenda okuzuula owuwe ng'ali ku stage 4. Nze nazudde Mukama yekka yalina monopoly ne autonomy of knowledge. God only can help you to balance these things. Nebe nayogera wano tebimala. Mukama yekka tumuyita Namugereka, tumuyita Lugaba. Dunda is the God of our fathers, the God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob. Even I read about, even in the Quran, there is that first book of the Quran, Surah Al-Fatiha. They call him entirely merciful, specially merciful, the Lord of the worlds, sovereign of recompense. He's the God of those great men you have read about in the Bible, the Samsonis, the Davidi, the Dawudi, the God of Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, that same God. You must involve his power in the course of the day. Ate bw'ogenda okula ofuna n'abalabe. Ofuna abalabe, abalingiza abaana bo, abali mu kamooli, abantu bonna butayagaliza nze sikyasabira bulogo kuggwawo. Obulogo bwakubeerawo sibusabira kuggwawo. Gwe twakula ffenna ku kyalo. Gw'olina emmotoka ndi ku ggaali kubire mu ngalo. Your children are successful, they are abroad, mine are here. Even dreaming about them, I wake up when pressure is high. Then I clap for you. We are classmates. For you are married, for me, even no man is talking to me. I'm beautiful when I go back at my village. Mukama yekka asobola okubatendeka kubateekerateekera ebintu byammwe mwe bannange. Make sure you are blending in the course of the day. You see, these Muslims, they pray 5 times a day. The rest, the Jews, the Hindus, and the Christians, you must pray, the Jews, Hindus 3. But for us Christians, we must practice in the 4 watches of the day. You don't need an hour. You need just 5 minutes. That's number 1. Then 2, you must perform good acts in the course of the day, because performing a good act is an indicator of godliness in you. Ati mwagambe kubalansinga. Nti wamera ku office kyekindaga nti ono faaza. Waliwo omuntu yabuuza faaza. Faaza oli mu Kristo? Paka lero takyerabiranga. Nambuuza ndi mu Kristo. Nno yali abagoba ku miyembe gya kigo. Ndi mu Kristo. Now, in Matthew 5:16, we read, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." So your life should be such that when the world looks at you, you should be a reflection of godliness that's living in you. So be compassionate, talk well, listen, teach, forgive, be empathetic, and so on. Nti wamba mugenze ku mirimo gyonna. Engeri y'okulaga nti Katonda akulemu, kesa okulaba tunobeera muntu mulungi, ojja kifunamu nnyo. Number 3, there's a writer called John Mark Comer who once said that ultimately nothing in this life apart from God can satisfy our desires. This is true. For me, you see, before I got ordained, I had saved more than 10 million. I didn't save a because I opened up my bank account when I was in senior vacation. So I had more than 10 million on my account. Yes. So after 2 weeks, I went and bought a newer car. Hey. Now, then after I never natuka nangamba njagala haliya. Eri atalieno. Nenjugula. Nga ndaba yeyo. Nena ngana kula ataka njagala eno. Nenjagala givamu. Recently nagezeka wa musajja bana basajja bawano mugundi natusane motoka ze parking yange n'entama katenzire ku boda nena ode nyina kujiza. Anyway munsi muno kizibu nnyo to satisfy osanga basajja bakulu gansavu mweji nesinga kati bano batata bali wano nakulaga list y'abakyala balina muyinza n'okutomera ebisenge mulimu obuto mulimu obuki nengola bate yatwalirizaako veteran naye nga ali kuona ebbujje gamba kizibu nnyo okumatira oli n'amatira n'agamba matidde kizibu okiraba. Now Tragically, we continue to chase after our desires and infinitum. The result is what? Nagamba, a chronic state of restlessness, or worse. Nagamba, anger, anxiety, disillusionment, depression, all of which lead to a life of hurry, a life of business, overload, shopping, materialism, a life of more. You always want a life of more, which in turn makes us even more restless. And the cycle spirals out of control. So when God is kicked out of the system, it becomes shapeless. Ugamba bitu byensi bina social life career bina kizibu nnyo omuntu okubeera no ng'amatidde eno mu Uganda. It's very hard okusanga abantu who are retired. You go to those European countries, but here people die at work. People have been earning money for years and years. They have nothing. When you ask them during your time when you were a PS, during your time when you were a member of parliament, during your time when you were a doctor, what do you have? They don't know where the money has gone. So mwine ebiroto bingi, plani nyingi, nga kizibu nnyo temugamba, kizibu nnyo okukkuta. Kati eno system okugiteeka mu equilibrium, Mukama yalina okugibeeramu n'agiteekateeka. I did a research there in Mpigi, by the way. We had to study about all the homes that have an inclination to religion. The Muslims, the Catholics, the Protestants, the Seventh-day Adventists, and we discovered that most successful children in our parish, they have come from homes who have a linkage with God, with the prayer, with the mosque or church. Nti abaana abali yaddeko ewaffe bavudde Mukama sabi kati Mukama yasobola okutereeza sisitimu yo. Sisitimu buli waavaamu oba otambulira ku luguudo lw'otamanyi na kumanya. Amaanyi ga Mukama gajja it will tame your appetites and emotions and everything. So ako nako nno kali awo. Kati naawe akalala kano ebintu gye nayongera nga mutegedde kyendiko. How do you balance your faith? Points muno obusooka bulinga busatu bwe nkyaliko. Now, respect the Sabbath. It's your religious day of obligation. Have no excuse. It is always an opportunity to rest with our Creator. Praying, all active prayer life is an expression. So praying, all having time for God is an expression of faith. Faith that there is a Creator and is good. We are His creation. This is His world. We live under His roof. We drink His water. We eat His food. We breathe His oxygen. So prayer time and attending church is not just taking a day off from work. We take a day off from toil and we give Him all our fears and anxiety and stress and worry. We let go. And God gives us more energy. So we must create space, take time off, and slow down to allow God's power to restore and revive you. So the solution to another busy life is not more time. It's slow down and simply let our lives be furnished by God's power. So, faith. Faith. Choose not to conform to the ways of this world. It's always easy to go along with what everyone else is doing, to fit in with the crowd, to blend due to comparison and competition. You must live a life of purpose every day. You must know what you want and pursue it amidst all this chaos. You know, I have to discover my calling and pursue it. Monsimuno obulamu bulinga layini y'emmere. Bw'otamanya ky'obwagalamu ojja kubula. Tewali muntu asavinga bika byonna ebya mmere. Ebimu bibuuka. So bw'obanga tomanyi kintu ky'oyagala mu nsi, it's very easy to get lost. Okwegomba buli kintu kyonna. Bw'ogenda mu katale nga toyina to do list, nga toyina list ya byakugula. You end up buying what you don't like. So what really matters. Know what matters to you and your career and your life in general. It's easy to follow people who are heading to a different destination. Waliwo omuntu yagamba yazuuka ku makya okudduka, yali adduka n'alengera omuntu omulala adduka n'agamba kanziruke muyise, n'adduka n'amuyisa, naye ate n'omuyisa n'akyamewo. Ate agenda okulaba ate nga agenze wala nnyo ono nga yagenze ddeeka. Sometimes you compete with the people about to die. You compete with the people nga bagenda walala naawe oli ku byo. Abantu bonna abatamanyi kye baagala mu nsi mubula naye tunayogera ebintu bino tolina goal. Now we are beginning the year. What is your goal? All of us here who have begun 2023 with no any vision, no any goal. You are like a footballers in a football pitch with no goalposts. And they are busy playing left and right. Bane kamabulire here ntira okubuza abantu emyaka gy'olina ne by'olina bikwatagana. Kulanga emyaka gy'olina wandi badde bakwita ku mikolo nga mugenyi mukulu. Naye nga tewali asobola kuyita because ekyalo wakiraga tolina kantu. So abantu babuuza kati emyaka gy'olina wandi badde ozzukuza ng'olina abazzukulu naye nga tolina muntu n'omu. Bw'obanga tomanyi ky'oyagala, you must live a life of purpose by knowing what you want. Ki ky'oyagala ojja kusobola okutambulirawo. So find a way. Why? So kujja wano katono. Kale. Now, dear friends, Mbasaba, find a way to express yourself through your style, your profession, your creativity, your faith, your career, your social life, without letting them overshadow what you want. By the way, the biggest step any young man can take for himself or herself is to know their vocation, to know their calling, to know what they want. Our education system in Uganda cannot allow us to discover what we want. There are so many children in senior 6, they don't know what they're going to be. People started up to senior 4, then they look into the subjects, then they pick a combination. Then those of us who have gone for nursing, some start up to senior 4, then they proceed to senior 6, offering arts moreover. When they fail now, they go back to the results of senior 4. Then they pursue certificate in nursing, then diploma. Then after seeing that the salary is not enough, but business. That's why here in Uganda, we are in total confusion. We are in total confusion in this country. We need to pray for our country. It is upside down. All levels, total upside down. On the father, singa you know than Uganda nebi. What about the Yaman? Osanga yandirami. Yafude nakasongola. Recently I was in Mbarara. Naye dango wulira omwami yafa. Batu kane bagamba tulina mutu alako Kampala. Okubeera Mbarara. Okiraba? So, ensene obanga tomanyi ky'oyagalamu, bw'obalaba kyangu nnyo bino ebintu by'ensi okubbira n'obeera omwo, ogenda okuzuukuka ng'okaddiye ate nga tokyasobola. It is very easy. So, do your best with your talents, your gifts, and all circumstances you have been given by God to make a living. Mukama abantu mbaga Mukama akwagaliza magezi go ge weetaaga mu nsi muno. Okubalansinga muti muno buli mwetaaga amagezi bannange. You need to read the books, attend conferences, retreats. You need to boost your You must feed what feeds you. Abantu babuuza, how often do you feed what feeds you? Kugamba, mulina okuba muno mwefaako okusobola okubalansinga ebintu bino. Olina okuba ng'omanyi. We were going to Masaka and we met a police officer, and this lady was asking me, I was being driven by a seminarian. He was putting on a black cassock, and the guy who asked me, are you a reverend? Are you a priest? Or are you you are a sheikh? And I told her one of the three. I told me, no, you tell me. I know that at your age, you must be able to differentiate. You must know how a priest puts on, how a reverend puts on, and how a sheikh puts on. You must know why do you allow ignorance to overshadow your profession. And the lady told me, go. Then we have to leave. People here, you find them dressed very well, they drive Porsche cars, but their level of ignorance is too high. They never read, they never go for conferences, no retreats, Atenga wampa kanzibu ng'akoze nazo. Nze emyaka egimu sigyemenya bwe nzija ku mukolo ng'abantu olaba bakuluko oyogera bitono n'ovaawo. Kubanga ogenda kulaba bw'aba alina emputu ziba nkulu, obusungu bwe buba bukulu, bw'oba bwenzi buba bukulu. Omuntu wabadde akola obwenzi emyaka 4, in 30 minutes can I stamp out that evil spirit? Nga nina maanyi gankola ki? Basobola. Anyway, ensure you survive through your daily hustles. Nze kankubuulire oyo omukyalira Oprah yagamba that the biggest job that you have is to become the best version of yourself. Enensi maama oba yakuzaala n'ekitaawo ne bakuweererako olaba abataasoma basobodde okufuna ebirungi mu nsi ate mmwe nze bannaye nayagadde nnyo abantu abakola. Recently I wedded a couple in Munyonyo and they told me, Father, make sure you come and sleep in Serena Chigo. I went there and I slept. Bane nendaba. Nti abantu amujobere nga mwobere ngo likafate mu bwavu bwo kaba mpola. I tell you, nagenda nnumwa wano wali wannuma nakeera wawonye. Wali wawonye. Obuliri bwokka. The bed, I could sleep on it either vertically or horizontally. And by the time I came out of, by the time I got out of Tigo, I was feeling younger. And I was telling this guy, can I go back and sleep another time? But anyway, nabaga amuno kugamba manya ekintu kyoyagala and you pursue. Oba mwategedde byendi kusimanyi. Nebyo nange biringanga ebintabudde nebyo ebyo. Ensure you survive. Always make a difference wherever you are, in your family, in your career, in the church. Buno bulamu kugamba tulinyanga abali ku show, olinga ali ku stage. It's your time to dance. We are growing, moving forward. You shine in your faith, you shine in the church, shine in your career, your place of work, shine in your social life, in the relationships, in the friends. You must leave a mark everywhere. You keep shining. We are here to shine. Abantu bagamba when we die bagamba bino byafaayo byabagenzi ne bagamba tulibala mukola byafaayo olina ogenda ng'okola ebyafaayo everywhere ebyafaayo mu church weereza ng'okyasobola kukola ng'okyasobola. That's what you can do. Buli kimu gezaawo okulaba nti no, you are there. Then you're going to ask me how. You must know the how. You must be able to program and know. Okiraba? Anyway, kapointi kano kangakomyawo kapointi akalala. Do your work well. Omanyi work or your job is part of your career. Career kino kyeki lwe lugendo olunene lwoyitamu lwonna ng'ogezaako okulaga ensi ebintu by'ojja mu ssomero ne by'osobola okukola ne bikuyamba okweyimirizaamu. Ogamba career yo kyekintu ekimu gamba amagezi gonna ge wajja mu ssomero gonna ng'obigasewamu olugendo oluwanvu paka w'oliritayalinga olugendo olwo oluwanvu ennyo. So, is the way you do your job. Do your job well. Do your work well. Respect your time. Gamba obudde bw'oba oliwo ku mulimo genda okole n'omutima gwo gwonna nga bw'oba osobodde. In Colossians 3:23, we read, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as though you were working for the Lord and not for the people. Ntino, bw'obanga nvudde mu church, nvudde mu kereziya, kanenzija ku mulimo gwange. Nina kukola n'omutima gumu. N'okola n'omutima gumu. By the way, with the time, bw'okola obulungi you find fulfillment. Sometimes it's very hard to feel to get this fulfillment when you are still working, but later when you served well, you feel fulfilled. So this must change your mindset at work. Use your career to better the world, to make someone else's day. Make sure you are start to work. Your presence is felt by everybody. Make sure you are writing your name in the hearts of so many people at your place of work. They say, be fruitful and multiply. That's God's command to you. Turn the job you have into the job you want. The way you say, the more you fall in love with what you do, the more what you do falls in love with you. Be a game changer at your place of work. Be a game changer in your office. Be a game changer everywhere. Don't be a parasite anywhere. Be a value adder. Be a multiplier. When I'm wedding couples, I tell these women that no Bible no. Yes, me bawo mukazi omulungi ddala ennaku z'obulamu bwe zireyongera emirundi ebiri ne mbagamba that women are multipliers. You must multiply the money, you multiply the life, you multiply the peace, you multiply everything. You are multipliers. So be a game changer. Don't be a parasite anywhere. Be a value adder. Make sure you deserve the salary you get. If God was to come and renew people's contracts in the country, there are so many people who would end up in prison. Some don't deserve to renew their contracts, but because they know someone in those high places, that's why they are there. Be a game changer. Take a criticism well because it becomes constructive. Take criticism well at your place of work. And my balancing a take it. Gambako, wuliriza. Abantu abambanange ofuuka ekizibu eri gwe n'abantu bona bobeera nabo. Tewali agambako abantu abamu mu nsi twasigala bageya bugeya. Tetukyabagambako emyaka egy'okuwasa gituuse, egy'okufumbirwa gituuse, egy'empeta gituuse, embaka zonna oziridde, ez'ebyalo ziridde, ez'abaana oziridde, abazzukulu balidde, kati buli kimu kyonna kati kwegamba. Tetukyabagambako twasigala bageya mu binywero, tubageya mu maka ne gye tubeera. We just talk about you. So ubagambako kuwuliriza, take criticism well. It becomes self-motivate yourself every day. Abantu bagamba sometimes you have to become your own booster. Nango olumu nkena kumacha nga mpulira sina gasoma misa. But I have to be there. So I boost myself, I motivate myself. Be your self-motivator. Be your self-booster. Oyinza okubanga omukyali akubyemu empibiri ate nga okyalina ogenda okukola oba biki oba olina amabanja olina looni naye ate nga okyalina ogenda okukola. Make sure you're boosting yourself. You wake up and go and do your work. Research n'eraga abasajja abagagga tomanya nti balina ebizibu. Omala kumanya ti pressure yamusse, hatataka yamusse, abasajja abagagga abaakuno. Tubawe ekitiibwa mwena abakoze zi kampuni mwena abazimbye ebizimbe tubawe ekitiibwa ky'amaanyi nnyo mwena abaliisa bannayuganda baffe tubawe ekitiibwa ky'amaanyi nnyo. So sometimes ogyabanga oli wansi, you are down, naye nga you have to uplift yourself. Abantu abakazi bano abamu bali single but ba widows bani bona olumu tugenda tuziika nga omusajja afudde alese omukazi omukyala muto n'abaana bana bonna bato. You have to move on. Make sure that boost yourself, motivate yourself, uplift yourself to go and serve, to go and perform a place of work. Anyway, learn from your mistakes every day. Learn from your mistakes. Now sometimes when we decodinga, ngangena naba kanenga ba onaisewo nnyo. Wanaisewo. Nganeza nebulirira. Nebulirira. Nenda banga bwenje bobanga toyite mu nsobizo toliiga ero ja kubeerawo ng'oli kizibu paka lw'oligenda paka lw'olivaawo. Learn from your mistakes, develop some communication skills. Mwana mwenna abantu abakozi abali wano bangambye omutwe Makerere yangambye most of our children in Makerere they fear leadership, they can't talk, they're not confident. They're not confident at all. So mwana mwenna abakyali myaka egy'okukola, learn how to communicate, learn how to talk. These are values that you must learn. That you may excel in your place of work, you may excel in your career. Learn to communicate. Nga n'obeera ogenzi wali nga bakutira ku date nga yonna ng'omanya okusimba ensonga eri lutwama akutwala. Wobeera nga lutwama gwe ogenze ku mwana w'abandi ng'omanya okusimba ensonga. You must know okusimba ensonga. Nobanga olina confidence musobola okwogera. Bitu ebikulu nnyo bijja bayamba okuba muno kaliya yo ogitwala nga siye kutwala. Be adaptable. Buli gye mugenda be adaptable with different people, different tribes, religions. Muyinza okubeera adaptable gye mubeera eyo mu byalo ojja kusaba omuntu ng'alina obuyisa bubi bwa munnonsi ayogera nga bw'alabye naye nga yogera bwatu. Now my friends from the northern Uganda, from at first I thought whenever people were conversing as if they were quarreling. But because I was a Muganda, for them, they understand the language. Be adaptable. Be adaptable. For father, nti akati nze mujje mulina kubeerawo paka balintwana n'obunafu bwange n'amaanyi gange byonna be adaptable muyigo okubeera mu buli mbeera be an effective teammate buli wobeera ku mulimu gwo mugende bane muleme tuswaza abakatoliki temutuswaza twagala mugende mu bifo ebya waggulu ngamba abantu strive to be at the top. There are so many people at the bottom. Olina okukola obeere waggulu eri obeere ng'oli mu decision making committee. Eno muveeyo eno mulana olema nti n'oli eri abasobola banne okupositioninga abaana baffe mugende nga bapositioninga buli wamu wonna tali eyo gifunemu nga tonaba kugivaamu. Olina ogifunamu nga tonaba givaamu. Position yourself. Ebintu byonna byakulwana byakwewaayo byakukola byakuba n'amagezi. Tewali kintu kibi nnyo nga Mukama kuwa figa naye nga omutwe mukalu. Tewali kubanga oli very beautiful naye nga the head is empty. Very beautiful, very handsome. Nengo omutwe temuli oli yagamba when you open your mouth you tell the world who you are. Be an effective teammate. Be reliable and predictable. Display honest and integrity anyway. Ensure the way you handle your job is appreciated by God. Natera okumaliza temugwa amaanyi. Perform regular self-evaluation. Akona okalala ani maganda how to balance. Sibe ndoza ndikumulamwa. Sibedanga ndi off topic. Perform regular self-examination. Olabe nti no mu byakatonda ndi ntya ate mu by'emirimu gyange ndi ntya ate mu ndi ntya si buli muntu okyetaaga si buli bantu ntiobetaaga. When I was beginning the new year with my people in Mpija, I told them ebyafa n'abafa Mukama tabyetaaga kuwa mukisa watabetaaga kuwa mukisa. Because sometimes ebintu ebimu so some time to evaluate yourself. Normally osanga abantu ogenza ko mbufofofo omusanga atudde ne laptop ke nga he's evaluating himself. Abuza wanondi oli agamba an examined life is insane life. Ate philosopher yagamba not worth living. So njagala kubasa abanange, get some time off and do a self-evaluation regarding your lifestyle, how you are setting along your goals, your finances, living, spending. How are you with the social life, with the relationships? What do you need? Ensure you're keeping the right balance between your career, your faith, and social life. Remember to align yourself again. If you're distracted, if you're distracted, get yourself back. Seek some professional counseling and direction. Ensure you balance your drives, your passions, your appetites, your desires. Make sure you're balancing. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure. Always ask yourself, is my life and the way I do things rhyming with God's will? The way I eat, the way I drink, the way I sleep. Bobanga tuwakoze examination banno bagenda kukuleka in your generation. Make sure from generation yo ogenda mu generation eddako ng'olina tujja mu generation yo. Make sure you have the end in mind where you are heading to. Father mukulu yatugambako nti baana mu bafaza batonga munywa omwenge mwegendereze bano oba oli muto kizibu nnyo okumanya naye nagana omwenge gulimu sukaali bw'onywa omungi by 6 tengeteeka sukaali ojja mufuna. That's what it told us. So always ask yourself, is my life, is the one leading my life, is it rhyming with God's will? Ndi musajja mufumbo naye loogi z'omu Kampala zonna zimanya amanya. Ndi mukazi mufumbo naye engeri gye nsuuka mu loogi muno ninga anoonya olumbu olunanzita. Funakakadde ogende weebulirire olaba banne ntabadde ensi eno sinakufuna mukenenya kanzireko emabega kambireke ne buli wabekale ni musajja mufumbo nyina empeta naye n'ebikola byenkola ne sitaani agamba Mukama oyo byakola sisobola kubikola. Ogamba kati nga weebulira ng'oddayo bwati weebuliridde ogenda kwonoonekera ddala oyonoonekera ddala ofe okusenga wafudde mu ngeri enswave nnyo otamanyi kumanya. So do some personal check for you. Do some personal check. Always ask yourself, is my life rhyming with what God wants me to do? Does what I do align with what I believe is the truth? Eno group zendimu ez'emikwano zentuufu bino abaana ndi bakuza in the right way. Kugamba kati emyaka gye ndiko bweba newadde emyaka 10 nti ngenda kuba nkaddiye kiki nninawo? What can I do? How can I redeem myself? People here don't have even budgets. They spend anyhow. They give anyhow out of excitement. No, we don't have any program. kubeera kugira bugizi abantu bangi wano mubatengera kuvuga motoka naye emitwe gyabwe obwongo buli mutono ate problem eriwo abasinga twava mu byalo mu bunaku bana ekibi nnyo okukula nga tomanyi kukwata sente kibi nnyo n'ogenda ozigwamu ku myaka 3 mwegi sente ne zijja n'ofuuka ekirala mu kibuga osanga abantu balina emmotoka 5 mu compound zaaki naye ogenda okebera akawunti eriko miliyoni 2 eringa mbega ya banka ate alina emmotoka 4 emmotoka asset osanga omwana omuvubuka myaka 35 I'm building my dream house. How can you build a dream house at 40? 35 dream house? That's my dream car. At 35, dream car, ne dream house zigira ku myaka nkaaga. Kati for now myaka mweje mulimu gye bena bawo nakubali mu vitizi mutambulira vitizi tulimo boda takishi mpola ngabo saving a cent paka watuka novuga hali yanga Fr Kiibi javuga. Bakulu you need some time to evaluate yourself, evaluate your finances, evaluate your career, evaluate your goals, evaluate your life and your future. Nebobera father nga tokola evaluation, tokola examination yebigwera nga tokoze impact nemu notuko okufa na abana akuzika bakwementa bwemmensi nga talina bana akusuza mulamba atatuza alabana Mumuyino tukabirako niyo sanga faza wereze emyaka n'emyaka yagenda mu buli kigo naye atuuka okufa mu kyaki nga bali mboka ne famire ye bw'ofuna obuzibu nga baakusooka okugenda obonabona ojula okwekalakasiza mu kyaki nza wereze emyaka 5 nengenda entindo eyo nempereza amasisa goyomba nengenda entindo eyo nengenda wa ne batakina kunziika naye ng'oliza osirikira wali mu sanduuke tewalina omwazzi so mwekoleko evaluation muja kusobola okugenda maaso. Kadeni wanakatwako omusanvu. Surround yourself with good people. Have people who hold you accountable. The people you surround yourself with have a lot of influence on your marriage, on your career, on your social relationship. Friends can either build you or break you. So get more builders than breakers. Nalibuuza lya abantu onywera wa onywa nabani nga munywa mwogera biki nembaga mafuna group gyonywa nayo nga woviira mu kinywero obusulo bulese machupa amakalu ogeze n'amagezi eka muno muteesha nino bera mu kinywero mwenna mwebamu mwenna muddasa musanveeka mulinga bambega b'amakagamu mwenna abali mwenna mwanoba temunyoddemu nga musinga ne babba mmwe buli gumu ate nga munyogiri sinsimula ezo enkambu ezo ebungeza nasanzeyo omwenge nga guli 96% alcoholic bana abantu banywi kubanyumira ddala yenewe mikwano ki gyolina otolina mikwano kali ejja kufa abantu abasinga lwaki bali below their potential because olina emikwano egiteguzimba wetaaga emikwano egyayita byonatera okuyitamu wetaaga emikwano egikusingako akatono naye nga naawe olina bw'obeera mukulu bagwosinga amagezi nobugaga giveemu funa gurupu yo tugamba wetaaga ofune gurupu ngayo wetaaga okubenga olina circle friends si buli mikwano temugyetaaga sigamba nti obagobe naye abamu olina bawa little time tolina bawa all the time nobeera olinabo naye nga tebalina gye bakutwala bakumala mu bumazi bali mu kumisi bali mu misi ate banelemiteri there's my friend the other time got an accident naye omuntu yena when you break bw'okaddiwa oba n'ofuna ekizibu kyonna bwetaaga ssente ezikutwala Nairobi okulongooza ngubuulire abantu bali ready to contribute for you the first time and the second time ogwokusatu tebakuwa baba balinze kimu kuziikana kuleeta mabugo I'm telling you so buli muntu ali kululu oba temukimanyi gine mikono gye musanga eno n'onywa najo making sure nti oline group oline right group oline good group oyina emikwano nga beebo bana abala siga muno bagobe naye toba nnyo budde funa emikwano gina kuyamba to balance these things buno obulamu buli omwa bulimu once tokulanga odda mabega okula ogenda mu maaso kati myaka ngaaga mujja abasinga mwena muli bazeeyi bazibona tunagenda ne ng'aba nange mwenna abali wano mu myaka 10 tujja kuba twafoinagira nkisazaamu mu linnya eryayo ezo ne mugamba ne bona akisazaamu in 100 years time we shall be dead. So here you are at a stage, over the stage. Make sure you are enjoying. Funa bewetaga, funa combat zewetaga, emuntu zewetaga, okutambula na zo mu lugendo olw'obulamu and you move forward. So surround yourself with the good people, with the good friends, those who have gone through what you are yet to go through. You need to remove yourself from people who may tempt you to compromise with your values. Recently, not recently, about 3 years ago, I went to the US, and I was in a certain place. There are people who are homosexual. And I was having a project. I was telling everybody about my project. And then I get a group of 5 men. They come and said, we are willing to give you $500,000, but to promote homosexuality. And you see, there was a lot of money, about 1.8 billion. Now, come on, and send the winner. Because I said no after a night. I told them that I'll talk to you tomorrow. Because the money was so much, 1.8. But I said no, because I remember the statement of Donald Trump. The guy said, you must allow your values to be your badge of honor. Let your values be your badge of honor. Any man, any woman, any friend who makes you compromise with the right way of living, with your marriage vows, with your attempt success, those people, you must test them out of your life. Omuntu yenanga si value ada. Temumwetaga babalekera okubeera nga you are bloody, you are lost, you are overshadowed. Your journey is nga amakubo gammwe gaabula. Tomanyi ne gy'olaga. Because of friends, develop close relationships with the friends and family who trust God, who support you, who help you to see what's right, who encourage you, who uplift you, who are happy when they see you shining. Make sure you have around you the right groups that can help you to balance your life, your career, and everything. Then lead a healthy life. Ensure you feed well, both psychologically and physically. When I talk about health, I normally tell people about health for no reason. When I talk about retirement, one of the best way to prepare for your retirement is to handle your life with care. Make sure obulamu bwo bukuuma, omubiri gwo bwe bulamu bwo, mulina okwerabirira, mulina okwefaako, mulina okwejjanjaba. Tolinda musawo kugamba nnyo ku mata, ganywe bakujjako bujja. Nti mwanange engeri gye nkulaba weetaaga kabizzi. Kalye bukyali. Kale bukyali mwanange wetaaga kutwenga gutandike banakujjako bujja. Kalibani nyabasa ku kintu ky'obulamu nga bino byonna mukubalansinga kaliya bannanga obulamu bwo obuli psychological ne spiritual ne physical nakola muno weefiri obulya bulungi nnyo. In the lockdown, I ate a lot of meat and I was having 92 kilograms myself. And then I said, now let me begin doing some physical exercise. And then I can nensiruka when people kusala weight. But after a whole month, I saw that I don't reduced one kilogram, only one, and I was still having 91. And I was so furious. But I went back in my room and I talked to myself that please practice discipline. Discipline. Ate, unatuka mpijawo, nengena nenkola ebintu. Buli kimu nalanga kiri upside down. Nezijako olusuku. Nekwenda ngazino paper zero akubaza ziri ziva nangazino. Ndaba za mulembe nnyo. Nenkola. Nepula omutima gukuba bulala. Nengende luvaga nibanga mwana ngo jja kufa. Sirole is the first day still way. Nengende wange nzukira nenzukira nengamba muno. Kiibi. Sigwa sosi wano. Abamu bakusooka abamu baafa. Abamu balamu. Kolako ky'osobola. Nenegamba okay. Nenebaka. Ola omusajja yafa wa MTK. Awo mulemirembe yangamba. Yambuza, Father, how many days do you live? Nemugamba, I don't know. Nangamba, for me, I live one day at a time but fully. But nango obulamu bwamu onaku olutandika making sure obulamu bwo buno bwadde buli kintu kyonna you must live one day at a time but fully. Kati mbakubya obulamu basaba bino. One, make sure you eat well. Temwekubangako njawulo z'olyako zeezizo. Saving is good. Saving is okay. Naye sente gy'otalyako ng'ogitulanidde kunyigira. Saving is good. Naye making sure nti weddizaako bya bulungi. Mubana balina ku sente. Get made at home. Ataba made mubawe ssente. Waliwo omuntu yankubira luli, hello father, mune olinayo maidi gw'olina nti ye, ne mbuuza naye omuwa mmeka? Nti ntandikira ku 5 ne mugamba sisobola mufuna. Mwabali mu kibuga mutulugunya abaana b'abendi, 5,000 giwa mwana waani mwezi mulamba. Ate amaka agawa obusente obutono baba bazibu nnyo. Ne mugamba maama sijja kukisobola, mbalina naye sijja baleeta ke babeere eno mu byalo kisingako, mufune ba maid mbawe kasente. Abaana bakeere babafumbire bali akabakulika akakutumukuma. Naye n'obeerawo ne ssente 2,000 gye balema okweteekamu okufuna maid. Maama w'abaana yafumba buli kaseera. Nafumba, naava ku mirimu. Get some maids at home, making sure you are eating well. Eat healthy foods. Osanga mukude nyanya zidibye, entula zidibye, mulya bintuntu. Nosanga muntu agesenge motoka ya Prado. Atambula akudaala, ebbina ly'ebbina. Olubuto lw'olubuto. Entambula amatama gako makalangala. Ufaki. Jajjawo yali mutono yalinganga mutayimbwa. Gwe obunene obujjeewa. So anyway, eat well. Mulye emmere entuufu. Lye mmere entuufu. Mwe abasajja abakulu ebifi bine ebyennyama. Osibula nsi, ogenda ozze kunnyukira ku lumbe kiki. Eat well. Then aganawo kubiri mbasaba. Sleep well. In your house, the most expensive place must be your bedroom. Ati mwagala kubalancing bile bintu. Making sure no obulamu bwo obufaako, because obulamu bwo ye driver is the engine. Emotoka ezo zifa nezibiyako millions za sente. Emotoka esinga gwe mubiri gwo, emotoka esinga bwe bulamu bwo. Olina okulaba nti obufaako woman, olina okulaba nti obufaako nobeera nga weerabirira. So please, akonako mukatwale sula bulungi buno obusuuka sula kuba cotton police to munoonyaako ki muleke cotton webake pira ofuna zine exactly kwopira kwa ekyenjawulo bino biduve byebyo tewebikasuuka myezi 6 olwo abazireta banaafunirabwa abazete Kampala engato jambadde kati mwaka mulamba bwekadde wamutako sole mubirekere abantu abalala mwabalina kasente gule mpya buli mwaka zikadde kapira abanako like that. Anyway, making sure you know you are sleeping well. Mwena abalina ebitanda musula bubi musula bafunda buli kiki ofaki baba abokusatu mbasa mufune ku basawo mwe abantu abalina mbalengera mwina ku sente ate mbalengera 2 jamwe ja kwegendereza. Abamwe bibiri minene nnyo ne bafuna ekimbe ogwa buguwali ogwanga kitereke pwa. Abamu balengera muli banene obunene mu ggwanga ebizibu byakono bano abaana bemuza tolina na garanti ndi ku myaka 5 anaakuwa emirembe. Omwana atuuka emyaka 4 nakubya pressure. Waliwo omusajja omwana we yamubba million 3 yafa bamuziika dda. Waliwo omuntu abantu abamu bane bafuuse ebintu byengirigiri. So making sure weekipinga ng'oli mu size entuufu. Size entuufu. Making sure tino kugamba wekolako mufune abasawo bobanga bakuzalwa muli munene oba mutono making sure nomwina kwa family doctor baje bakebereko prostate ali atya mwa abakyala amabere gakyali steady temuli mukaluba mwa abatabadde ekibuga ng'olinga anoonya olumbo olunakutta bulamu oyiseeyo mbadokolo oyiseeyo mbanyankolo oyiseeyo mbaganda oyiseeyo bulamu oyiseeyo okyali steady tolina musirimu tolina mubirwadde nakamu oba olina obulwadde bw'olunda mwabanywedde eccupa wabanyodde omwenge singa tukatazonyedde ojjuza katrera kakati gwe genda okebere ekyali steady sugar levels are you okay kubanga mwagala okubala making sure nti temwa kubako nnyo njawulo bantu bangi nazuula luli ntino in Africa endwadde ezisinga bazira baleeti ne bazuulanga ensigo ndwadde ne bazuulanga buli kimu kirwadde kati banna mugeza okulaba muno mufuna kuba family doctor then akanakala ka physical exercise now kwade tikasala wait making sure nti otuuya namu nze figo giraba I'm among the portable guys in Mpigi district tonyaga kubasaba bakulu ndaga kubasaba bakulu mwabakola mu kibuga spare some time go and work out bakubina ebyokudukira kasozi genda mba professional njagala nyo ba professional nze ku kigo kuba kubamfubira paka ali ku gate buli omwa gwandi omulimu gwakola bino ebyokuleeta mukuli muno kwe 8,000 nyamba onfumbire mene kyo nafumbira ku myaka 8,000 ewange Mpigi minimum le abanfumbira mu mwanya diploma diploma mbyokufumba ebyokuleeta emmere nga tunulidde nekebe ekisambi kyenko kiringa kyenka kwange namu wali Ekigo ky'empigi si ttendekero. It's a workplace. You qualify. Oba sekutali olina okuba baleeta empapula. Tetulaba. Tonya abakulu kubaza bamwe mwenna abali bano baza kino mufunamu time to work out. Mufuna professional bagende bakwatemu zino massage. Mugane mwefula abatalina budde naye singa okufuna stroke ogwe obufuna lwampaka. Obufuna lwampaka n'ogenda ne batandika okukola physiotherapy ne bakunyola amagulu. Bifune kati before. We are too busy. Mugeja mugwawo. We are too busy for your life. Patana akasemayo ku bintu by'obulamu gy'abasa buli omu weegendereza obulamu bw'obukuume because it's the engine. Mwanga kyalina abaana abato. We need your life. Okubalansinga bino ebintu ogenda okukwatibwa ng'olina making sure tino oli mulamu bulungi. Then natera okumaliriza. Have a stable family. Mwe abavubuka abato wasa abantu abasinze okwavuwala amangu be bavubuka abali singo. Omusanga ali mu nnyumba ye andawo yalina egi ate nga sente azirina. Ate nga naye nkade abana ndawo yemu. Ate nga naye nkade weerya. Osanga ato ayina pair stocks emu. Ayina saati emu empale ziringa bbiri. Obasingo buno muwasa abakazi. Wasa omukazi ate olumala okuwasa mujje mutukuze obufumbo mu church. Ekyo kiveewo. Anyway, have a stable family. Do you know why? A family is your fallback position. Family is your creation. Make sure wake muterezayo. Oba ine bizibu ne mukazi wo mubitereze. Making sure no family yo oji ugabo handlinga. Handle your family because your family is your fallback position. And a family jakuwa ni ogenda okuwereza. Boy in a family ye bizibu. You can't serve well. Amina. Then akala strive towards financial freedom. Each of you, as you are balancing your faith, your career, and your social life, make sure. Sente. Everywhere I get a microphone, I tell people why I like money. I like money because of the three reasons of Les Brown plus my one. The first one, Les Brown said that each person needs money because one, money helps you to control or manage your life. Money helps you to manage your family, to manage your businesses, to manage your dreams, your vision, and your goals and your entire life. So money helps me to control my life or manage it. Two, money helps me to live a life of options. Boba innocent, you can have an option. Kumano inzo kulie nkoko, olokubiri embizi, olokusatu chenyanja. You can have an option. Olinzo fuke motoka, endala, olimbuba tu rule na agenda mote ne bambuza. Oyakala kuna ne magama hai nakani. Ne magama anti senator ha ne ego. Sijabinyo. Hai nakani. Baby, open an option. When you have some money, when you have some money, oyinza n'ogenda n'owasa makaga president. Oyinza n'ogenda n'owasa makaga president. N'amakaga abagali wano ogatambala nga olina ssente. N'ogenda n'agamba mwana waffe yo tumukwate mutwale. When you have money, you have an option. Omuntu alina ssente, atalina ssente, towasa mukazi gw'oyagala, tolya ky'oyagala, tolya ky'oyagala. Ne mu lukiiko obeeramu nga mbega. Kuba buli owanika omukono, they doubt what you're going to speak about. Sente zikuyamba to have an option. Oyinza okugenda nakasero mu ddwaliro. Oyinza okugenda Nairobi. Abantu bangi wano bajjanjabira Nairobi. Amalwaliro agali wano n'abakulembeze b'eggwanga okuva ku President Museveni baakwasembayo. Tewali n'omu asobola kukkiriza abasobola wano mukwatako. Ng'afunye ekimba ekinene. Bamutwalirako. Nawulira jjaaji yafiira mu Hague, Netherlands. Eyo. Buli omu badduka buddusi. So bakulu. Jakwazaba. Sente jakuyamba to have an option. Then akala sente zakuyamba to live a life of social contribution. Oyamba kubanaku, noyamba bewamwe, noyamba ebintu. Then lastly, money helps you to live a life of peace. And you gamba about for instance, if you are going to Kampala and you have only 20,000 as a one, there's a good you can't sleep even. Ngo ine ebiri jokka. Yaji kutusa masaka. Obe 40 port nga zeziriko tewebaka. Era webaka olioti. Ulosi magile. Elija alimu. Newo boy naka sente wano ina sente wano webaka otulo. Abamwe kyabalaza pressure. Tizaliza family bwavu. Timane gwabika bwavu. So ezensonga ennya zezo bagamba bana strive to have financial freedom. Bantu bangi wano balina assets tebalina cash. Bantu bangi tebamalina bintu bya ssente. Badde njagala kubasaba bannange obwavu nze mbutya nawe mbulota njino ogenda okera okwejjusa. Obwavu bwantama. Obwavu bwantama. I want to ask you, make sure you are managing your finances well. Nga mujavuna. Bane tebakulimba. Obukadde obutaliimu ssente obeera mugugu eri abantu. Eno gye twabadde where I was burying that man. It's because Omanyi, do you know why his daughter took him to a pastor? It's because by this time now, the daughter is commanding. Hey, the daughter is the one taking care of you. So it's going to tell you, Dad, let us go to a pastor to pray for you. Moreover, you are Catholic. No one can help you. Actually, when the gains of Kaduango enough saying, hey, Abana over the Mekola Bako on Musaj. Omana Gaba to gain a Musabo. Tata to gain that. Adia Kulabida. Bogan and Enakulekawan. Guguma, Abakutwala. Musabo. Kamarisa Christ Wakabondo. Bakuru, Yakubasam. Mbasam. Have financial freedom. Musobola okulaba muno balance nevayo bulungi ate n'ekirala engeri even ya finance nayo njagala no mugibalire wano. One, abakyali myaka egizaala abaana abawerako naye zaala mangu spacing nnyo myaka ebiri akati olumala n'obuzaala beera ng'olina plan yo beera ng'omanyi njagala abaana bwebati baagala something like that beera ng'olina plan kati abaana sooka omale kubazaala abaana bonna baweerere omutima wera n'omutima gumubata ate lwa musomero pala masomero kana be kati mawanza P7 na mugonga ago gemba twalamu abaana. Hey, give them the best education. Of course abazadde abalala twala mu lyosobola naye mwe abasobola twala omwana in the best schools. Wali amasomero amalungi abazadde baako bawerera abaana bambali Bulaya bambali abaana bawe very very nice education. Let's kuyamba to have to gramati mass eyo or ina benefit of that until you have some financial freedom. So abana nga bali awo. Then akala ko kenyagala okubasaba. Wanji? Ipananga ata ode ya point ne atagitadde. Anyway, nja kubasaba bakulu eponi ifunikiddawo have some financial freedom. Ugabera ngo inengeri gyona gyokuma musentezo making sure buli omu nti singa nfuna wana ikizibu okati kali myaka jangu girapa and for now setanga nyogo na era nze nalya looni yange esooka mu mwaka 2016. I didn't know, but I discovered recently was requiring a loan to buy a piece of land in Mpigi. When I went to Rubaga, they had to give me my financial card, and I discovered that I got my first loan in 2016. It was 20 million. Chenazikozanishi babulira nga nkomyewo nekyali kyamagezi million abiri. That was I was 1 year in priesthood nende loan million abiri ate yandi fast kakati nyakubasaba bakulu buli muntu yendabeera nga olowooza nze kati sente sizetaaga nnyo kiri awo naye okola ku bintu ebirala. You have to think, you have to think about money. So then akadiri akasembayo strive to be humble in all you do. Beera humble, mbeere humble. Bane mbaddeko ku mikolo mingi gy'abasuubuzi baakuno. Abasuubuzi bano abasinga bavudde wala naye balina ssente kubanga embeera embi eyasooka oba bibaalaba eka byabayigiriza okubeera humble. Bali mubeeranga humble mu nsi ojja kulabanga ebintu bino n'ebisatu bino bifunyemu. Always be humble wherever you go. Mwewalanga okwewaanawaana okulengeza abantu Mukama n'akuwa ssente n'ofuuka ekirala. Nomanyi ssente nazisomako. I read about money and people have it nenkizuula nti ssente tewali mugagga munafu pozi nga mubbi. Buli mugagga yenna ali wano. You are not rich by chance. And even us who are poor, we are not poor by chance. Those of you are rich, you deserve. Do you know why? Sente ziringa omukazi. Newankubadde siwasangako naye byenda bye mu kwanjula. Omwana bw'aba alabye muwala we ajja mu maka ago ne bamwanjulayo n'aleeta ebintu n'agamba nti muzeeyi omwana ajja kukola ki? Ajja musobola. naleeta ebintu nalya mwana nja musobola n'abakkiriza tikale muwala wange mutwale ne ssente nazo bwe zikola nti bw'ofuna omusaala olwokutaano kyekibaawo oyogera byenkana wa ewakoddeyo mmeka when you have been given this when you have been paid money on Friday, what happens in those preceding days ennyaawe esatu oba oyogera byenkana wa obeera wa oba onywa biki mu budde obwo kati sente zikulengera nga bwe zijja nga nnyingi mu ggwe zikuletera obuzibu tezijja omuntu newobeera nga ogudde mu maali ya kitaawo nga sente zakukyawa era omuntu newoba obbye buwumbi omuntu afunye sente mu bukulu kati ozikoleredde obeera ngaomuntu abbye embwa nga nkulu bw'obba embwa nga nkulu era etuukawo netuuka neddayo sonya kubasaba bakulu mubeere humble. Humility is the beginning point of success. Mubeere very humble. God serve. Ola mukolo kutwabadde waliwo abantu bavunanyizibwa naye bona bambadde t-shirt bali mubeere humble. Temulengeza bantu, temwesomasoma, ogenda mwesomera ku baana bammwe. Omwana wange asomera eno, omwana wange agenda Bulaaya, abaana bankubidde nti father ndi eno mu America naye nnyina ebirwadde sibitegeera. Ne when I was leaving, my dad called the entire village ne batusomera misa. Nze muto wange yabadde agenda e Bungereza. Misa twagisoma nze, muto wange omulala faaza, ne bazadde baffe ne bagana nga baliwo. Genda. That's enough. Sometimes mugenda mwogera ebintu bikkalira ku matama. Omwana wo gwayogerako ebintu ebingi. Ogenda omupeka ku kisaawe entebe nga musiyazi yawedde emirimu. Gwayogera nti kaddamu byogere kale. Mwana wange era ali Bungereza mwana wange. Muntu abalina ssente abamu n'ojja n'olengeza ne bafaaza n'olengeza abasajja banno n'okola otya n'ofuma abantu n'ogenda mu kyalo nange olinga ng'ayita munnanga n'olinga ng'ayita weewo n'ofuuka ekizibu because you have money. So don't allow money to change you to make you a problem. Always be humble. Boba CEO, boba MD, better MD mu office. When you come home, be a housewife. When you come at the parish executive, be a servant. Abantu abasinza obugagga, abantu abasinza okubeera humble, Mukama banyumiza. Lastly, spare time for you, your career, seeing how to get from it better and your social life. This is the last one. Spare some time for you. Have some time to rest. Have some time to know. Okufuna kakadde noddamu nolaba how to handle things. But now, if you don't make an analysis on your life, it is very easy to be lost. So, once in a while, once in a while, take off some time for a holiday. Read the one of Dubai. Nesanga abantu bakulunga bagenda Dubai ne bawumulako. Bagana bewumulyako negwe nobera nokola ng'olyawo okola linga akalogoyi. Okay, working is good. Then when you have some time for holiday, have some time for you, even to think better about your options. I want to thank you for inviting me, and my prayer is only one. I pray that you enjoy your stay. Have a plan. Nama abali ebweru oba mutulaba eyebweru olina kubanga olina ate byo byanguko systems weziri beera ng'olina ebirooto temugenda kukola paka kufa mubeere ng'abazungu eri mu America namalina mala emyezi 2 we nagenda naye kye nalaba abazungu bakola up to some time ne beeyambisa epaati esembayo mu bulamu bwabwe obwensi oli amanyi nti Mukama wakuwe yamba n'owezi myaka bwankago bansa myaka ago nga 3 tolibeerawo so beeyambisa emyaka egyo okulambula ensi ne balambula batalabangako alime kufa nga tabirabye kubanga amaaso gano lumugalizibiriza matekakyaddamu kuguka so mukole nnyo n'amaanyi wano then oluvannyuma always tambulako laba ensi ebintu byosomako Tennessee Valley Authority n'abifuniramu wa ng'oli business ng'osuubula bulega mu Kampala. Tennessee Valley Authority somanyi Rift Valley twasoma ebintu ebitategeerekeka n'obikulaminga mugende mubirabe kati sobere ng'ofunye paycheck yabyo ng'ofunidde awo byatukubye emiggo nebita mutambule gende Kenya wano gende Tanzania gende Rwanda gende ke Burundi mwabakatoliki oweza ote emyaka 7 yadde ogendako mu Isirayiri yadde ogendako e Roma mwabali enti ne batogenze nze ate wempiri njogere mumandadde mugende mwena nga mwatubuka nayo ne nobeera eno oba ekibuga kiganye mukomewo mu byalo twesangeyo tubeereeyo I want to pray for each of you. Mukama Katonda abayambe, muleme kuzanyira mu nsi, ensi muginyumirwe. Enjoy your show, enjoy your time, set your goals, set everything. Make sure you are balancing your faith with God, you are balancing your career, you are balancing your job, you are balancing your family. When we come into your home, one time when you are celebrating 25 years of marriage and we see your children and we see your achievements, we shall know you lived. You must have the will to live every day. Be a fighter as I conclude. Make sure you endure. Be positive. Keep persevering and keep going. All the setbacks are set up for comeback. When you find problems and challenges, those are training camps for you to emerge better. You must be patient, be positive, and believe that as problems come, they will leave. Make sure you never ebyakatonda n'ebyensi obibalansinga kubanga ebyakatonda yensibuko y'obuwanguzi mu byensi. Thank you for listening to me. May God bless you.
Thank you so much. Once again, may we join our hands to thank Father, the gracious. Father, thank you so much for exhaustively trying to expound this very important topic in our lives. And we'd like to thank the multitudes that are watching online. The last time I checked, there were over 310. So it's such a big number. Thank you so much. And for the past few years that I've been here, we've never had such a big turn up. So Father Kiibi, you are favored. Yes, that you are able to scoop such numbers. People would love to listen to you over and over again. We are now getting to the very important session, and those are the questions. However, before I get into that, there is a cup of tea that has been prepared by the parish. If you feel a bit cold, please let us pass by just right at the back, and you grab yourself a cup of tea. There is a snack, yes, so that we are able to take care of our bodies as well. But before we get in there, I will ask you that we all together join in a prayer and pray for all this that you are going to partake of. We may remain seated. Bless us, O Lord, and these are gifts which are about to receive from your goodness through Christ our Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. So since we are big in numbers, so what we are going to do, we shall just, I think about 10 people go on the line. So as the numbers keep decreasing, so others join the line. So, but as we are carrying on concurrently, this a very important exercise. So at this point in time, allow me to open the floor for questions. This session is going to be conducted by Raymond Retelezo. He's going to be moving around. We pose our questions to Father, who is preparing to respond to us in regards to our faith and whatever that is very important for our growth.
Thank you very much, Father. Another round of applause for Father Fr Kiibi. So, Father, the first question is online. Somebody is asking. Of course, people are saying thank you very much. The comments, most of them. Waliwo agambye mbu omukubye nnyo omukubidde ddala naye asiimye. Ndowooza oyo abadde tannawasa ate alina emyaka 5. So there's a question here saying, at what point does one say enough is enough at a job that messes with your spiritual life? Another question here. A question. Ayina ekibuuzo oba ayagala okwongerezaako Father ky'agambye. Father agambye ebibuuzo 5. Any question, anything you want to get clarification on? While your Father get the speeding, ebimu bimulemye n'okusoma. So oyinza okuba oyagala clarification. Oh. Yes. You tell us your name.
Good evening, Father. Thanks for your presentation. My name is Henry Sentongo. I work with Stanbic Bank, Global Markets. My question is around, can you please expound more on accountability? Right? Yes, we're balancing life and also who should you account for? I mean, account to yourself mostly, or you did mention family and all. To what extent should you, account to the people around you? Thank you.
Those are Father Kadenga Mukebye Bibiri.
Okay, thank you. At what time does one say enough is enough with a job that messes up with your spiritual life? There is no job that can fully stop you from communicating with your God. Now, there are some people who have been telling me or telling priests that, the job I have cannot allow me to pray, to come to church, do what? Yes. You see, God is a father. God is a father. God understands. If you have any father that you know who is good, God is the best father. He can see that your work cannot allow you to pray as you should. Maybe if your job entangles with the Sunday, then that one can be a bit tough for you. But these other days, even if you cannot commute here on a personal level, you must be able to keep in touch with God. You must be able to recite your rosary. You must be able to spare some time and talk to God, because God is saying, God knows we have a lot of unemployment. God is aware. But remember to do whatever you are doing with a genuine and a honest heart. Kati Mukama ye watunuulirawo nti omuntu ono tasobola kusoma misa za buli kumakya. Na ye afaayo. On a Sunday, if you cannot pray, olaba kati yebwe kya abamu abannayuganda bakolera walako ne church weeri. Naye kati ekyo tekikulemesa butasaba. Era osaba. That time I was talking to some people who are going to Dubai, where Middle East, and I was telling them that those people are not even Christian. They don't even know how to pray. But your room, make your room your church. You must allow the faith that was given to you. You must personalize it. Personalize it, because soon or later, you won't be able to walk to go to church. What would you do? If you're alone in your house, if you're already old, what will you do? If you could not even tell them, prayer, okusoma. It's not best defined by coming here in this church, but you must be a walking, praying person. You cannot come here because of laziness and oversleeping. By the way, scientifically, but best sleeping time is between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Now, when it comes to 6 a.m. and we're still sleeping, you continue to grow in stupidity. That's why even sometimes these churches is locally, which is Agalida. Mukama told him, son and Nechiro, because there's some people are going for night prayer right now. I see be night prayer. For Gamba, anyway, personalize your faith. Ate tokkiriza kuva ku mulimo. How can omulimo gulemesa kutya okusabako? Omulimo gukula kutya okusabako? Ntosobola kujja mu misa ya Sunday mpoze ekyo. Nera bwoba okola paka saa 6 nga muli kumpi wa misa saa 10, come and attend the 5 a.m. Anyway, be genuine with God. That's it. Be genuine. ne Katonda be genuine ne Katonda ate tova ku mulimo because oli abatamu abafudde gwen tikati mulimo naguvaako kubanga gwali tegunganya kusaba gwe nemisisala y'olwokuna ey'okusumululwa kati naguta nsaba Mukama nsabira nfuna omulala eyo sigisaba nga bannange omusajja kale baŋŋamba alina omukazi ebbali nze nenvaayo kati kyekibi ekiriwo oli omukazi w'ebbali kati yayingira maka nsabira nzireyo wali enaku jja luli waliwo abayizi e Bukalasa they refused to play football and the staff decided to dismiss all of them. So they went to the chaplain, their class teacher, that please, we have come to get some advice from you. And he told them which advice. And they refused to play football, and now they are going to punish us. And told them, you are supposed to come before you refused to ask me that, Father, should we refuse to play football or should we play football? But now it is too late. Tova ku mulimo pana njagala kubasaba bakulu mutu bokula olina kubanga olina wano obwongo obukweyimiririra wano. You must know how to decide. God is a father and he understands. If you cannot genuinely be here, it's not a case. If you cannot genuinely be here, bwobanga oli abantu abafiridde mu church ojja pressure ziri nnye ifo kyokusooka mu ddwaliro mwezi wa Mukama mpire maaso ojja kufeera. You will die. If you are sick and you cannot come to church, don't come. Be at home, rest. Mukama bwati bwatutegeera. Be genuine with your conscience, be genuine in your heart, and God knows you can't pray because of this and that. But with the time, God will give you time to pray. Then accountability. The best accountability is with yourself. Say, you're working in Stanbic Bank. Chikakatako. Stanbic Bank home. No manya. Ntine emyaka gy'omazeemu. Ofuna. Tewali yakulamira. Tulina kukola musentinale banka paka kufa. Yeah, Stanbic. Naye bobeerayo no taking a responsibility. No laba ebintu by'oli accountable to your family, be accountable to your goals. The best accountability is with yourself. Integrity. What you do when no one is looking at you, when no one is seeing you. What you do there? There is a Muslim man who lives in South Sudan. He told me in South Sudan, the religion means the date. That's accountability. Even the best competition must be with yourself. And for me, in the category so muntu Bobanga onamvuma. You qualify for me to listen to you because there are some people, even if you abuse me, I cannot read your comment. I cannot listen to you. For me, okumvuma nechinkwata kwena kupanga gamanga gwamvuma nkwegomba nene bwomvuma nompemula inti noboda mpamude kukubu nzirawo numwenyo nkuleka n'ekiwemulo kyo neneyo nga nengenda maazi. So the competition is with me. Is I compete but Father I don't compete with them. I compete with the priests who have been able to serve for 25 years. When I have something something and I ask questions. So be accountable to yourself. Then be responsible. Musimuno abantu abamu beerabira nti ensi mulimu kye bayita power of the universe. Ekyo mukimanyanga mulimu amaaso mulimu amaanyi mu nsi Mukama ge yateekamu agalaba kyogwanidde. Bwebaka n'omuwala w'abandi eyo mu banka n'afuna olubuto. Be accountable. Genda ozobuwanika. Genda otule naye mugambe Joan wafunye olubuto. Nkimanyi okola nange nkola. Kati omwezi nyina kuwayo mmeka. Nti bweziti then tuukiriza. That's the true accountability. Eyo accountability ogikolanga oli wekka. N'ogezaako okutuukiriza ebyo ebintu ebituufu. Research gye nalabye abantu abasinza okugaggawala kuva buto eka nga they are the best children. Abaana bonna abaakulanga bakayanya abakadde bababoggolera babavuma. They have not been able to go far. Baana bavaddanga baka. So be accountable to yourself, be accountable to your family. If you have a wife, if you have kids, don't cheat. Be there. Make sure. That's the true accountability. Nze nga bwe nkitegeera. Okubeera accountable n'obuwanika. Nze kati nga faaza bw'obwa faaza bwange mbukola kyenkana ki bwe biba binnemeredde, what do I do? Go for confession. After confession, make a resolution to be a better priest, to serve better than the way you have been serving. So that's the true accountability. Kwakulaga accountability. Sente bwe zijja omusaala gwo gulaga wa? Zidda wa sente? Okiraba? So obanga tolina accountability ebifa. Then ebintu bino nebya sente kati gwe okola mu sente ozimanyi nnyo. You can't read about money. Naye omusajja yagamba omuntu yenna before retirement, you must strive. Baabalanga wandibadde saving 40% of your gross income. Olina okutuuka ku level nga you can save 40% of your gross income, which is very hard. Very hard. Naye olina kutuuka awo ng'olina discipline ekyawaggulu. Wadde Christmas carols ewaffe n'empaayo emitwalo 3. Ne mbagamba nti ku myaka gyange sinatuma kutuuka kuwa kakadde. Father Masiza, I'm not here at a level of driving my car from PG to come here for free. You have to facilitate me. Sinatuwa kwege emyaka okukola charity afaana bw'ati wa ministry. Recently omuntu yankubira ali gundi. Omuntu yankubira oba ali luzira. Tutegese ebintu wano ebyaba youth tusaba ojje. Ne mubuuza, is it facilitated by charity? For charity father nga bw'otulaba. Ne mugamba kale njakuddira. Sijja kugenda yeeyo. Sinatuwa kwege emyaka. I'm not yet there. Okuvuga ngende eggulu kiki nnyo. Temulinayo bafaza. Kati eruzira tewali bafaza baayo. Kati mwasazeewo nti oyagala kiri, then pay, facilitate. Wakiraba. So, mwino okubanga mumanyi. Wano odomanyi mu church muno, in the church, osobola kuba kyenkana kini charity. Recently we had a parish day. People came, these honorables. I'm going to put all their names in newspapers. These people came, we gave them microphones, they promised us money, and we clapped hands. I've been calling them, these honorable Sabamalas, those honorable Mwizuche. We have been calling them, even others. We call them, they don't pick our calls. They don't pick our calls. They didn't have my both lines. So when I called on the first one, someone picks. Hello? Oh, Father, how are you? Father, hey, no, we are going to pay. Then, then Okubi said, hello, Father. Hey, say, read for me your account number, details. Then you read. They don't pick. We are going to put all their names in newspapers and on TV stations simply because these are people. Actually, abantu abakwana n'abakazi ne basulawo. Babazana basulawo omuntu ajja tobisobola toli ku grade eyo. Please learn to be accountable, learn to be responsible, learn to know what you can manage and what you can't manage. Bino by'okuspending out of excitement kubanga otamidde omanyanga enensi buli kimu boonabo waliwo ssente b'oziyiyeemu tolina guarantee bajja kuzikomyawo. Ate ffe abanaku, once rich, always rich, even if you are old. So be accountable to yourself. Yeah.
Father, when waliwo ekibuuzo naye n'abali online, those online you prepare, we are going to give chance to one or two.
Good evening, everyone. Father Kiibi, I'm not a veteran, as you can tell.
You're not a what?
A veteran, like most of these people are. How?
Akanyodde mangu. Enda maaso.
How do I tell the reason why God has put me on this earth?
How?
How do I tell? Like, people have said a will to live. Like, the reason why you have been put on this earth, something that is for your gift. Your talent. Exactly. How do I tell?
Wow, that's a wonderful question. Wow. Agati.
Dennis, are you ready online?
Yes, I'm ready.
Please, those online,
I'm ready.
who is ready?
Grace. My name is Grace.
Yes.
Father, tweyanze nnyo tweyanze omusomo gw'otuwadde.
Otobeera Congo.
So Father, ndi mukono naye obwedda
Mukono.
nkuwulira kikooye era nsomye. Neni n'ekibuuzo kimu.
Ye nnyabo.
Olina kw'okoonyeka oba ne muweerera abaana mubatwale mu masomero. Naye Father, abaami abamu ng'ate mu nfumbo nga muli bafumbo. N'otunuulira omukyala wo n'aweerera abaana ng'ofuna bukadde 5 nga tasobola kutoolako wadde ekitabo wadde ekkalaamu naye waali kati nze nga maama ne ŋŋamba saagala abaana babeere nga tebaasoma naye muli kinnumamuko nange oyogedde ku accountability naye nga n'omusaala ogumanyi guyingira bukadde 5 naye nadde ekitabo wadde ngatto wadde ki nga tebakuwadde n'ekimu naye ng'ate wooli onyweredde ku masaakalamentu awo Father akantu ako kale ffe abakiremeddeko yongeza otukansolinga oba otugumya nti tuli ku mulamwa naye lwakuba omusaalaba munene
mazima
kankomaawo
maama weebale
Then sani omulala ali awo Fiona.
Yes, thank you so much, Father. Tweyanza nnyo ssebo. Kakati nze mbadde nina ekibuuzo. Am I audible enough?
Yes, you are.
Yes, still on the question of a job that messes with your spiritual life. I will give 2 vivid examples that I have undergone or I'm undergoing. I was offered a job opportunity just for research 3 weeks, and they were not disclosing exactly what it was all about. Further, at last they disclosed the Bangamba. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around, do a research on homosexuality. And then I'm going to be paid 350,000 per day for an entire month. Nebangamba nti tujja kusasula ssente ezo genda onoonye abantu tumanye emiwendo bameka abali mu busiyazi amalwaliro kyagaba supportinga how can we give them lubricants. It's a touching, I know many parents are really sorry about this thing, but nze nganze kyankosanga omuntu, so I declined the offer yet akasente nketaaga. Then I'm also procurement personnel. Baboss abasinga oluusi abamba ku mirimu bakugamba signinga wano, fake this document, so ebyo byonna binyingiriza my spiritual life as a person naye nga ate akasente nketaaga. At what point do I say no? At what point do I proceed? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fiona. Juliet.
Kakazi kasooke ebyo.
Father banaba kaya time kayinza okuggwako. Juliet wali Dennis. Juliet.
Good evening, Father.
Good evening.
My question is, what if you're in a Protestant boarding school and how do you, and most of the time you're also studying, how do you get time to pray the rosary and those things?
Okay, good.
Father,
So-
but if you want to answer.
I can so give you.
Okay.
Auntie, when it's too much. Kakati, can so na same. For me, when I'd just been appointed at Rubagam, I was a chaplain at Rubaga Girls. And those other schools, but many hours I was at Rubaga Girls. And normally, a school program, it will always give you some time. A rosary takes 15 minutes. Padre Pio could recite 35 in one day. So, every Catholic, by the way, that rosary is a very, very big weapon. Those of you have read about the history of the rosary through St. Dominic, the powerful rosary, the very, very powerful weapon. It can thwart and divert the evil power, So at school, I remember I had a timetable to read them. But I could even get some spots of time when I could do reading outside the school timetable. Sports, you cannot fail to save 15 minutes to recite a rosary. This is something for lifestyle. You will get time. And even being in Protestant school, you are in a Protestant school, but you maintain your Catholic values. Most of our children, you know what you believe, and you will always have some time to recite that rosary. Homosexuality money. Kati omukyalo ono ebintu bino bibiri ngena kwogera ku bibiri. One, zino sente buli bwofuna sente nga sente ziridinga ekintu nga si kituufu, because olaba kati homosexuality nze ekizibu kya homosexuality kiri kimu. Omusajja omu nakalaba ne WhatsApp, because that was also my thinking. Nti nno ku musajja Mukama yateeka ku exits njereere, tekuli entrenage ku musajja. Naye abantu basazeewo buli awalabika nga waliwo akatuli oba ekituli kuyingirawo buyingizi. That's the problem. There is no any entry on a man. We only have exits. We are only givers and receivers. So ekintu ky'oba omanyi kino ng'ekyebisiyaga ne bakuwa ssente bw'ozirya ziruluma, wali mutuufu okuzigaana. Waliwo mpozi ebintu ebimu byo ebyo simanyi Mukama ngeri gy'abirabamu. Oli mu ofiisi boss nga omanyi ebya gavumenti yawa, si gavumenti naye offices, sente ziveeri, you have to sign accountability. Ne bakuwa ekintu tokimanyi, tewali mirimo. I don't know how God looks at that. So I send you to go and do more research on a personal level. I cannot give a genuine answer here online publicly. Maybe you will call me and I tell you, na ye wano ebintu byano bizibu kwegamba. Obera mu office, you are under secretary. Simanyi wa PS, ne bagamba sign here, do this, ngomanye ebintu byaki. Yaye naye nga yafuneka bebiri mu many agencies here. Abantu balina zendio ugamba ekintu ekyo. I don't know how God looks at, because you need your job. Nekino ekyebisiyaga ekyo sente ze ekintu ekyo ezo sente temulyanga ozirekanga Mukama n'akuwa omulimo omulala. Tusuubira nti kyotugambye kituufu tiwazirya. So please nyabo bati wazirya, keep there. Sometimes we lose the patience. I know unemployment is not easy. Zibane olumu otambula nebaza Mukama osanga abantu mu kibuga nga banoonya sente. Enoga Mukama singa saalifanja oba bino nandibisobodde simanyi nakumanyi. Abantu ng'egye bakola osanga omuntu nga bakogola emyala, osanga abantu bali ku kigo bajja ne balima. Nze siramuza n'abantu kubanga sisobola kulamuza. Ogenda okulaba omuntu ng'omuwadde entono kati obirekera bali abamanyidde ne balamuza nze ne nsasula. Ogenda okulaba omuntu omulimu gwakoze abambi sente ate sente ntono naye nga bakola n'omutima gumu. Wali kusatu twamenya church olaba abaana abakola olunaku lulamba bamuma sente mmeka, naye ng'okola ku makyanga mwinamu omuntu abaduumira oyina kuvawo saa 10 naye akasente katoli. So ogenda okulaba nebaza Mukama tebannange Mukama webale. So unemployment can be very challenging. Naye munange sente ezo ez'ekibi no, ezo zirekanga sente ezifanagana bwe ziti. Kati sengana lya sente z'ebisiyaga ebiri ijo ekyo gamba nani era mwana badde munda banga sisobola kuyigiriza nga bwenyigiriza aba sisobola something ogera conscience yange is very demanding. So nyabo sente munaye wali mutuufu naye bino bye ebirala ebya agencies eyo oli under secretary sayininga wano zirina okuyitawo zigende wali mwebyo ebitongole bya gavumenti bya wano byonna byonna ebitongole sente zigenda okutuuka ku district zino simanyi emyoga zigenda okutuuka eyo nga zizze bazikotyolako ziba zitambulanga lugambo. Because for us in class teacher yajja n'atandikira wali ku gundi n'abugamba omuntu ekigambo n'agamba kigambe neighbor kyagenda okutuuka eno ewaffe mabega nga kyakyuse dda. Kati sente zibeeringa nnene nga ziringa emmotoka eyo zinotuka nga ziringa vets naye nga buli omu asayinizi. So ekyo nkireka naye kiri sente ekibi baba ezo zireke. Then abasajja abataweerera Abakyala abali wano nga gwowerera, don't worry. We are more interested in who you will become than who you are today. Even thank God that you have a job. There is someone who asked me to go and make a presentation about giving as an act of worship. So I had to read about giving. I discovered something, that the more money goes through your hands, the more it comes. Namakura research that when parents were still paying school fees for their children, money was still coming in plenty. But when students completed their studies, graduated, money disappeared. And this is true. Abazadde abamu bawuliranga abaana 10 naye nga tebalina yadde ekikumi for now. Sente zaabula ne wano ng'okyaweerera sente zijja. Kati afuna $5,000,000. It is because oli mu environment ng'oli awo gamba you are thinking it's little. Basing gy'opangisa ne expenses abamu. Gwani yagamba nti DSTV olina kusasulira emitwalo emeka? Eyo waggulu. Lwaki tosasula eraba ezakuno zokka? Kati nyabo, thank God first of all that you can earn. There are women like you who are doing what you are doing and they're not earning what you are earning. By the way, research indicates that in a woman, there's a lot of power. No wonder in our constitution, a woman is allowed to get married when she's 17.25 years. So around the government of 18, name of constitution 17.25, oba mukuru enough. Naye ku musajja myaka gina kuba 20 emeka oba. Siku na munana, ejo omusazi gina kuba 20 something. Nti omukazi ku myaka baabala ku myaka 17. Oba n'obwongo obusobola okufuga omusajja w'emyaka nga 22, 23. Bakibala batyo. Ate balaga, when you go into families, amakanga omusajja yasooka okufa ne musigalamu omukazi. Gastandings okusinga omukazi nga yafa omusajja n'asigalamu. So mbakazi mulimu amaanyi mumwe. Ekyo omusajja wakusuuliranga abaana. Lwana weerera. Buli sente yonna gy'owaayo erikomawo one time, one day. There's nothing you are doing in vain. Because the power of the universe is watching. It is better for you to have no money now, but you are doing something good, than to have money now and you're not using it. So, nyabo, then you're going to be a hero tomorrow. Chechukuru, wano kati myaka jammwe temunyumira n'abaana bamuweeredde. Naye nga mukaddiye, mulina nga mukuzeemu, abaana bagenda boogerako nga banjula, nga bagattibwa ku graduation nti mama, you're a superhero. You will feel some fulfillment. Then lastly, abasajja mwenna, abazadde mu bamaama, abazadde mu bakazi, ne musuula abaana. Today you are in charge. Tomorrow those children are in charge. Mubuze ba father fe tulambula abantu maka. Abasajja bali twali abalabirira. One time, one day, you are in charge of your child. Tomorrow those children are going to be in charge of you. Actually, the money you are giving to your children is for you in return. Kati mukyatambula, mugenda kutuuka nga temutambula, amannyo nga gaavaamu, muli ku bugaali, mwena nga mwadobonkana oli eyo. Ng'omwana wo is your future. Very soon. So buli musajja nena nga toweerera, buli omu by'osize by'ogenda okungula. Abasajja batuukeyo gambe kale baana mmwe temwandibadde mmwe nabazaala muganya okundabirira mukama alibalaba. Tajja kubalaba, ajja kulaba gwe. Normally here people say, Banange, if your parent is alive, go and give them, you go give them money, do whatever. But back in my mind, I ask myself, did those men and women do their duty? Did they perform their duty by then? Bamusanga abaana batadda bwabwe mubanenye katono, amaka agamu gaali mazimu okukuliramu, babakuza bubi, bano abaana bazaalibwa ebweru, babatulugunya, babayisa bubi, ne bava eka nga bakyayeyo. They cannot even go back. They can only go back to lay a wreath on the fallen man. Nze mbadde mumaka nga abasajja bafudde nga tewalina omwe akaaba, bonna amaaso nga makulu balinga bali ku business makalu. Because this man who is dead ayambe buyambi family, abadde atunze bonna nga n'ennyumba abadde agenda kugitunda. abasajja abamu mutuyiyeeyo nnyo, abasajja mutuyiyeeyo nnyo, muyiyeeyo the masculinity nti mulina amaanyi agafunisa abakazi embuto naye temulina maanyi gabalabirira, amaddu n'obuseegu ebibajjudde. Mugende muwerere abaana bammwe, abasajja abakadde abatawerera, kale muntu naffe otujja okubakyalira mutuleetera obuzibu, muba musuubira muffe. Faaza zze obwavu bukuleetera n'okulowooza. Buli nagenda omusajja ne musembeza Omukama n'agamba weebale nnyo faatha, weebalire ddala, ne muwayo ssente, n'asituka n'okusituka, weebale weebale, wangaala, beera w'empigi. Bwavu bwe bukutuusa awo, tebaategeka, bwetegekere. Gano amayumba gemuzimbira galinganga ekyaki ya wano, ago amayumba amanene, temuli muzadde kizaala gumba, muzadde abaana batono, abaana bo temubaweeredde. Ate abaana bammwe abagagga be basinze n'okwonooneka, bafuwa sisha ne bajjajja abaafa babeewuunya, bafuwa sisha, banywa enjaga, baana bato bali ku reedi, simanyi reedi lebo, Black Label, baana bato amalamu eccupa ya walagi, bawala bato, bavubuka bato, bafuwa ebigulu, baana babagagga basinze ogenda mu bisiyaga. Naye omwana we mukyale ekamunanka n'omugambe bisiyaga. Eyo mu byalo biri mu bibuga, mu byalo n'okunaaba kutono. Bito ebisaana bintu bya biyonjo. Kakati baana babagagga basinze okwonooneka, bavuga emmotoka ng'ezammwe, bwe mugenda ku vacation ne mbalekera emmotoka ne babivuga, boonoonese temubaweeredde. Kakati simanyi amamu abazadde abakazi mugende mu maaso, ffe tulaba omwana alava, buli ekigenda mu maaso akulengera ng'otoba. Toba. Lulibo olwo, your paycheck will come to your back.
Father, wabaddewo ekibuuzo Virgin kyabuuzizza.
Hey,
Kya papa.
when do you discover your purpose? Omusajja yagamba that emikisa, sometimes blessings come dressed in overalls mu bikotikoti, olina kufufuza mu bufufuzi. Bw'obanga okyali mu myaka emito obeera mu trial and error. That means abaana oba mutulaba abali mu secondary school, primary, make sure you take your education seriously, because like Father Baka told us some time back, why do you go to school? You go to school to learn how to think. Now for me, I discovered long time ago that I had some gift maybe in talking. Instead kuvadera nga nsoma amasomo mu church. Nasoma amasomo mu church. Then egaba nali nkola ku Radio Sapiencia, nkola ku Radio Maria. Ngangena Empire Talks, I always loved. So that is something like my calling. Omuntu yenna ekintu okumanya okuyitibwako kyekyo ekintu ekikuleetera to wake up from bed to go and do it. No wonder most of the billionaires, they get their money from hobbies. The hobbies, they do what they love to do. That's your calling. What you love to do, that even you can do it anytime, even when you have woken up, when even you're not prepared. That's your calling. That's your calling. You must discover it. You try to discover it. How? Anakati. As you grow, ogendo discovering the giftedness about you. No manya, this one is my calling. This one's my calling. Instead of no until you discover. And even with the time, your calling will come up and you will see it. Have you heard of the Chinese bamboo tree? A Chinese bamboo tree seed is planted and it is watered for 5 years every day. But when, and after 5 years, within 5 weeks, that Chinese bamboo tree, it grows 90 feet. That means it grows 18 feet per day. But you have to water that bamboo tree for 5 years per day. So that's how this calling is. You have you keep on doing what you're doing well. With the time you discover something that you love to do, and then you go for that. That passion, the passion, you discover the passion. What's your passion? This is something that you will do even when you retire from your work. You must use everything you go through to discover what's your passion. What do you love to do? Chichecho chosingo okwagala okukola. That's why your calling is. Bantu banje kibatidde ne mu offices, bali mu bifo batasomerera, bali mu bifo nga si byabwe, abamu bakozesa buyaayo ogendamu. That's why they have killed them. Bibasse n'obatta, era n'abamu bikyabatta. Kubanga they don't qualify to be there. Babayisa mu mooli okubateekawo, ebifo ebyo nga by'abantu balala, but they're just there adamantly. Go by force. So, discovering your calling, you have to see, what's your passion? What's your calling? What do you love to do? You're calling you. Nature just try and error. It can come after 30 years, after 35, after 30 years. You cannot discover your calling when you are 18, when you are 20, when you're 25. You still have to go through a lot of things to discover. Many people discover themselves at 40. Then they discover that this is what I'm supposed to be. And when you discover who you are supposed to be, it's even you can resign from your job when you discover who you are supposed to be. Is a win. Here is a failure. But yeah, abantu bali zinasobola okulinnya mu America. Nali nebuuza wano, ya abantu bagenda mu America ne balemerayo. Kiki lwaki balemerayo? Bwe nasooka okugendayo kate nnemereyo. Natuuka nga waliwo bwe nalinnya bwenti mu America nga nakatuuka. Ne mpulira nga waliwo ekintu ekinyambuseeko nga kigenze. Nembeera nga bwe nasooka okutamiira. Nanywa cupa ze Nile Specials 2. Bwe namalamu okubina mpulira nga face yange egudde buguli. Banga ononya singa waliwo ekintu ekivuddeko ne kigwa. Banga otamidde butamizi. So eri abantu bali mu freedom oli bw'abeera mu maka nabanga temukwatagane ng'afuluma. Abantu bw'obeera ng'ali ku mulimu ng'alaba ku mulimu genda mulwaza. Bakola research mu America ne bazuula nga strokes, heart attacks, they are happening between 7 and 8 a.m. in the morning. Ne bazuula nti abantu bonna abaafunanga za heart attacks balina ebizibu ne family. Okeera ku makya omusajja akutawanyiza, mukazi akutakalanyiza, then ate ne gy'olaga tolinayo mirembe. People here bali mirimo, you are overworking, you are receiving 3 million, nengo okola nga ne bw'olwala tolina sense of ICU. These are people who have not yet given time to themselves to discover what they are called to do. Better discover where is your calling. When you discover it, that's what you will do when even you retire from your workplace. When you don't discover it, you are likely to work until you die. Bino ebintu kati kino kyenkole ekyokwogera. Nja kwogera paka lwe ndifa ne mbukadde nja kwogera because ate gye ngenda kukula nze ngenda kukula nga wayini. Wayini gyakoma okukula n'obuka. Exactly. Ngenda kukula nga wayini. Nga gyokoma okukula n'obuka. This is something that I love to do. Nembanga n'akazuuku kanompita. Bw'oba eno kannagitegese. Naye singa ompa ebintu bye mmanyi nti bino nsobola okwogera for the whole day. That's my calling. I can do it. Okubeera father system no inokuba ngo I have a master's in journalism. Fine. Yes, I'm a professional journalist. Naye kati ate toyinza kamuno buli father agenda kwayogera nga nze. Ate kati nze mbeeramu neeka gift ak'okwogera nti osobola okwogera era ndaba njogera n'akagalo nkakyusa n'okola ki. That's my calling. I love what I do. When I come into your house, I can lead mass, I can sing, I can do whatever I want. Nga njigiriza. Njogera n'amaanyi nga ninga mwagala nti bw'ova wano nga toyigiriza nnyo ojja kufa. Njigiriza olumusabulabiza ogenda mu makyaki n'oyigiriza n'otuuya n'entuuyo ne zitonyolokoka ziti. Ng'ofunye microphone nga ya mulembe nnyo oyogera n'oyigiriza n'okola ki n'otuuyana naye nga you don't feel the tiredness. N'otandika mu misa endala ng'okooye naye bw'otandika okuyigiriza bw'oti ng'obukoowolo kubuggwawo. That's what I love to do. Discover what you love to do. Abantu babakubiriza okutandika emirimu okwetandikira. Tewali bantu bagagawalidde mu Saturday. Abantu tulina Saturday slavery. People have not discovered who they were meant to be. It will come automatically. There is no right tactic. It will come automatically. Keep doing what you are doing and adding more birungo. Keep advancing, progressing on the right path. Amina. Hey.
Nakalala wuliriza abantu bye bakwogerako. Yeah, well, it is. There's a woman who told Obama at 16 that one time he will be a president. So people watch and they tell you. Nti gwe engeri gy'osima obunnya ojja kuba musimi wa binnya. People see. So you listen and whatever they say, ojja kubeera president, you try it out.
Yeah.
So one other, then later, one other one, then after Zach, you'll come.
Thank
Later, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Thank you very much, Father Kiibi and everyone. My question, Father, goes to the mixed marriages.
Christian. Christian. Naswalira ku TV.
Later, you come again, Father. I didn't get you.
I'm saying, my question is about mixed marriages. Here I'm trying to mean, you have said in your teaching about having a stable family.
Yes.
Father, we have seen families that started well, especially the mixed marriages, a Protestant and a Catholic. Then they reach at a time and fail to agree on each other. Here, I'm trying to bring this point of, I'm a young girl and I want to get married. But in my Catholic church, there is no man who I see is serious, like to move together. And then here a Protestant man comes and they are serious and they are ready to take the move. Then when it reaches to the time of making the vows, they say, since you're going to the Protestant church, it is a sin for us Catholics. We are not going to stop you, but we are going to, you will not be receiving the sacraments. In short, you have to live the sacramental life. Father, if I have really wedded, and sure I'm not why is it that I cannot really go ahead and receive the sacraments, yet I married, because I married a Protestant? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Leila. Zach Janguan. Waliyo omulala after Zach ayagala okubuuza omu? Okay, Zach yasembayo. Waliyo omulala ayagala? Okay, omu. Okay.
Good evening, Father. Father, my question is in line with what the student asked. I feel I'm not convinced with your answer. I'm going to give the example of my chairman here. Our Lady of Good Counsel, Gayaza, a Catholic school, allows the students to go to Gayaza High School on a Sunday to attend their services, allows the Anglican bishops to come to the church, to the school, for the Anglican students to perform their functions. Gayaza High School does not allow even a catechist to go to Gayaza High School to teach our children. That girl has a pertinent question. I think it's beyond the answer you're giving to her to create time for 15 minutes. At an institutional level, how do we have to handle this situation? So many schools here, like Green Hill, they force our children to go to Balokole every Sunday, but don't even allow any other institution to go and do what they have to do.
Okay. Hey, kituufu. Ono yasembayo.
Yes. Thank you, Father, for the teachings you've given us today. My name is Gerald Okiror. I'm an accountant at Berkeley Energy. My question is from one of the points you gave us. You said humility leads to success. So how do you as a Christian, stay humble as God blesses you, as you achieve prosperity. Sometimes it's very easy to be humble when you are still in humble beginnings. But as God blesses you more and more, you develop airs, no one can touch you. So how do you maintain or gain that humility even in prosperity? Thank you, Father.
Okay, let me begin with his question. Now, with the humility, because the Bible says that God humbles the proud and exalts the humble. And I've been telling people, never put God in a temptation of humbling you by force. Normally, abantu kale abagaggawadde ne bakuuma ssente abantu abasinga bwetowazi ekyo kyo, you read about it, just know how you can be humble. You know it is something like inborn. It is like something that you must grow with. Omuntu osobola genda kuyiga bwetowaze naye okuva obuto engeri gye baba bakuzaamu n'engeri gamba, it is something that's automatic. That's why osanga family nga they're about 8 people nenga only 3 have money, the rest don't have, they have just little money. Naye nga mbeeramu omugagga ennyo asinga banne gano era nga ono omuntu omugagga era nga is different, nga is different. Waliwo abasajja abamu azaala abaana kati bw'afeera n'alondamu omusika we era ogenda okulaba omusika gwe balonze. Waliwo gye twagenze eyo abaana baali bangi abavubuka ab'amaanyi ennyo. But hey, okay, I was saying that you see humility is something that's inborn. It is something not inborn, it is something that is nurtured. Maybe the environment, I don't know that somebody is born with it. I don't know. Because I've been able to see like these homes. You find there are about 8 children, but only 3 have money. The rest have some money, but these ones have a lot of money. And some of them are young. Those who are richer, they are even younger than the other ones. Then when you see these ones who have money, they are different people. They are different human beings. They are special. You know, they are a special breed in the home. Like a David. You remember David? When they were choosing David, God told Nathan, go in the home of Jesse. One of those guys is supposed to be a king. But the father had not seen any kingship in David. But this is what God did. And I've heard of this one. God looks at the heart. This heart is built from childhood. Help your children to know how to live humbly. Temukiriza abaana kwepankapanka. Atemukiriza abaana omwana bw'ava buto nga yepankapanka nga bweregalega. Try to show them how to live better. This life, success is for humble people. And even you, when God lifts you higher, when your standards of living change, when you get more money, more promotion, remember to always be humble. That the higher you go, the humbler you must be. The higher you go, the more you must be willing to go back to your home and bring your brothers and sisters on board. You must go back and lift more people. You know, that's the humility. There are some rich people, wealthy men and women in this country. You cannot know until you disorganize them. There's a man who was stopped wrongly, moreover, by these people, but he was so humble. But one of them recognized it, that the way this guy is humble, it may be a problem. Let him go. And he told them, okay, thank you, but you saved your job. Then he left and he went. Hey, thank you, but you saved your job. Now again, that's the humble people. About you're still young. Bonafuna sente no chuka. Sente zijja kuvaako zigende. Money gives you some time, about maybe 10 years or 15 years. It gives you some time. Wizukuvaako tezidda. When money goes at 20, it can give you another benefit of doubt to come back. But when money goes at 50, it will never come back. We are men on the line. That man. So humility is the conqueror. Mubeeranga humble. Temwewaniranga mu bantu. Don't show off. Where do you show off with your children? People come, but you know all people around you, their children they are not as successful. Then you come and show off, and I know. Be humble. When you go somewhere as a guest of honor, be humble. When you go in the village, you are in the village. Don't become a problem. Don't show everybody that I'm back. I'm here. When they give you a microphone, watch what you say. This humility is in your heart. With your brothers, with your sisters at home, watch what you say. That success was given to you by God because you saw something in you that your brothers and sisters don't have. When you're moving around the town and see those who are earning below you, you are earning 5 million, someone is earning 500,000, and he has a wife, they are renting. Only that must give you a lesson that I must be grateful to God by being so humble. Humility is not in talking on a low tone. It's not moving slowly as if you're going to receive Holy Communion. The guy is humble. No, humility is in action. How you talk, how you respond, how you behave when you get money. That's how humility is all about. Ero sanga amakanga tata wabana. Nabana. Fabasingo kutuwa center abagaga. Kali when you check here, abana wasanga bali kwa executive. Most of you, mwina kubanga muli humble. Because for my father, when I come here and when as no in a center, you must give me respect. Ola abana wasingo kuba abali very humble. They're the catechists. They bring a parish priest who is worth your son, but you must obey them. And it's your parish priest. Father Mesisa, Father Kiibi omuzala, na ye ngoino muwakatibu. That's the humility. Please be humble, you will go far. Iba ninga njogera nnyo. Loko budde bugenze. Ne waliwo omukyala yagende ku kya Holy Communion. Omwami abadde wa. He has been talking about guys. Pane dear parents, kambowe kumagezi wamma. Edini ya mujisom abana mujibaterekere waka. Because you have no guarantee at school or in workplace. So do your best work. Because I don't know on abadde wano. You want the child to run out of school. So you want those people to forcefully bring in the priest. Huh? Kati enadi sunsa tebakirize bafazi. You're poor in Muslim there. We don't go there in those schools. But that's okay. You are looking for the standards. But train your child that even if they go to a Muslim school, they will keep the Catholicism. What I told the girl is right. The girl, you must spare time to make sure you recite your rosary. You must have some time. You must create time. I've been telling people the difference between the difference between successful and unsuccessful is use of time. Each of us, me and you, we have 24 hours a day. We have 1,440 minutes per day. We have 86,500 seconds per day. Oh, these are daily opportunities. Those who are wise enough, they know how to use the time, and we can't use the time. So mwana abali masomero baga abasilamu ga abakristiyani muri bana bakatoliki, make sure you spare time 15 minutes and pray. Even going for sports, you can have the 15 minutes and even pray. Abana mbayigirize ekyo baja gena masomo ga abakristiyani. Now that guy's high school is a powerful school, very powerful school. Eranze, I encourage you, look for standards. Look for standards. First of all, if you can get a school that can give values of religion, put that on number 1. But again, look for standards. Abana bafabaino kuba academically successful. Don't even know they have to be successful. Government engeri gyeruddewo myaka mingi. It is normal that many things have gone out of hand. Newe yandibadde muganda nga yanfuga. Era abaganda bangi bandibadde mu bifo by'amaanyi mu ggwanga. Mujjukire Amini. Tebajjula wana abantu bewamini. Abo obote. Abantu abadduka tebabeera nnyo wano mu Buganda. Nga bali mu bifo by'amaanyi, bavuga ng'emmotoka ez'amaanyi. Buno obusozi omusanvu bw'ekololo bwabeerangako abo buli president abadako bebajja. Why do you believe that Northerners took long to be accepted here in Uganda. That even if you are in a meeting and somebody says, I'm about a po, because oli amini bye bakola byakyaya abantu kala enzirugavu abantu bagikyawa just n'amanya gaabwe agamini and report and so on. So the government will wow. That's why about our constitution here we have this nation okuleeta abeewaffe kati weewuunya nti abantu abali mu bifo by'amaanyi beebo bya munankani bya mugisha bya beebo gaba tosobola si kituufu naye tekyewalika kati bannange nadiba ngenze nnyo wala but njagala okubasaba abaana bammwe abo abaana mumatendekero wammwe bagenda ogenda mwaga amasomero ago ng'omwana amanyi ekyokukola. Look for standards, look for values. Omwana we your future you. We don't know what kind of child you are grooming, but we will know another time. We shall come either at your entombment funeral. We shall see how your children look, the way they behave, as if they are thieves, as if they are drunkard. No, I tell you to make sure abana mumba fako akati bana waliona abadagamba omukyali abadaga sikituufu omuntu yenna. The church is a mother. Abamu ne babiri mu butamanya bwa mu butamanya no that bituufu kati wanaba if you are legally married in the Protestant church and you don't receive Holy Communion, that's your issue. Had you gone to your parish priest, you would have been helped already to receive Holy Communion. Gwani agamba ntino bw'obeeringa bakugase kerezia tena kaganya kusembeza. You are supposed to come this way, they prepare you, then receive Holy Communion. Then with religions, dear friends, abaana bafenga bayingira mu bufumbo. Don't enter marriage for wrong reasons. Bw'oba oyingira maka nga bw'oli mukyala mu Katoliki, olinga mu Kristaayo, genda yongo okimanyi wano eddiini abaana batwala ya musajja mpozi nga akuwaddeko omwana akuwaddeko n'agamba n'abeere wa ddiini yange eyo yingirayo ng'obimanyi. If you see that your marriage is going to imprison you, don't enter there. Gwe who has told you osanga abaana bamwamuloza mwadiba father msabiraako nadiba 25 odiba otya 25. Does it mean that when you are 30 and you have not yet gotten a man of your religion, does it mean that you want to get forever? Or that over several yaliwo bino ebintu bya marriage, it is a union. Oyingirayo ng'okimanyi ky'oteeka kasa, don't go there. Love must be the binding factor between a man and a woman. Bobanga tobisobole togendayo. Naye kyandibadde kirungi nti oyingira. Then love goes beyond religion. Love goes beyond color. We have met Ugandans who have married white people. Tutadde ku mukolo gumungo nga Major General yawasa omukyala yamujja Kongo. Sigamba nti baabulawo yamujja Kongo baaliwo nabo naye yamusanga eri. Buno obulamu obwensi bulamu buli short. Olina kufuna kikolera n'ogenda mu maaso. That's it. Ekitakolera tokiyingirira. Tikyateeka bannange omukatoliki abuuze who told you? Naye bw'oba ogudde ku mukristaayo ng'olaba alina laavu nga binakolera genda. Oba binakolera go. Temugenda twekwasa Mukama Katonda saafumbirwa kubanga nayinira mu katoliki munnange n'ambula. Mukama Katonda saafumbirwa kwana kuna basiraamu. Tusuubira nti after 20 years of age omwana n'omuwala omaze primary omaze secondary tusuubira nti olina amagezi agagenda eyo n'otega akamasu n'olaba ekikwasi nomala muno kano eneekwasiddwa kapa jako suula n'oddamu n'okwasa nti eno gye nkwasiza mbwa suula kino kye nkwasiza kigonde n'ogamba kano nkwasiza kabisi kankeesale. You must know omwana yenna atalina magezi era bw'ati oleeta omusajja sente azina na buli kimu naye nga tagenda kuyamba ne mugenda mu makomera tokkiriza. Research neeraga there are many people who entered in marriage when they were okay. Now you have a lot of cardiovascular sicknesses, high blood pressure, you are too diabetic and you're about to die. Do you think you go to heaven because of that? You go to heaven, God have come because you know I entered there. Nonya ekikolera buli muntu anoonya ssanyu obufumo bugenda okumalako emirembe omusajja omufunye, but is he the right one? Binaakola oba mukristaayo golaba alina love, you go follow the olaba even Muslims church we have akaganya nti n'omusiraamu asobola okuwosa era n'obeera ng'osembera. So genda onoonye ekikola. Nze bwe mba ngatalagole mbagamba oba owasa oba ng'ofumbirwa owasa omuntu ky'omutegeteko ebbanga ly'omulabidde n'owasa kyali kyennyini ne kyalifuuka nga hanemuunu ewedde byonna bibeera mu mpeta. When he becomes a drunkard, you married everything you turn out into, everything you married it. So when you come here, we don't welcome younger people. They are there. Don't compare yourself with those marriages which have failed. It is you and you. What a man has done, any man can do. What a woman has done, any woman can do. Many marriages have stood, but they had challenges, and they have been able to go. So, ovalamu no labanti jakuitawo bato yitewo tubigenda obona yitewo gwireta mukyaji tujja basabira omukisha. Tusobola gana mukazi gwoleza. Kada akasemba yoli yabuziza kiri watibweddeyo. Bana mwebale kubuza bibuzo. Na ye, no, I want to wish you all the best. I kindly request you, make sure you shine. Make sure you shine. Make sure you plan for your retirement. Make sure you live well. Make sure you succeed in life. Make sure you go on a personal level and discover what works for you. Know how you can balance your faith, your career, and your social life. If you don't, you will end up getting lost. Instead, when I make a decision that benefit me, I don't go to every party. I don't go to every burial. There are some people, when they die, they only deserve to send them mabugo. You don't have to go there personally. Abamba kusindikira mabugo, abamba kuziikirako, abamba kabirako. Sibuli omuntu wakabirako, sibuli omuntu nakuzikirako. Ugamba ina kubanga you know. Ntabo bere bweru, nteno group yenyine y'abasajja mbadde nabo kati emyaka 10. Naye sina kye mbafunyeemu. Oli yanziba, nono yanziba. And what else you doing? Buli muntu yenna, this brain has 14 billion cells. Use your brain. Use your brain to make sure you succeed. Use your time. Abantu bonna abakaddiye, they are more disappointed at things they never did. When you go to these amalalo, waliwo ebirooto ebitatuukirizibwa, waliyo amalwaliro gonna bonna beebase mu ntaana. Kaze bubese mu ntaana. Know what works for you. Bonna aba tolina magezi ne ssente zijja kutta because tubadde mu family ne tugenda gye baaziika abafu, mulimu baprofesa, mulimu baddokita, naye ng'abaana babwe fonna obanaku. How? Nga nabadde eri eyo bw'obungereza ne ngenda mu funeral home. The funeral home has been in existence since 1886. Ne wano mukebere mu families wano mu Uganda. How many families nti abasajja baafa myaka 2 emabega nti abaana bakyalina ssente. Tebalina ssente kubanga abantu tebalina magezi. Mukama akuwa omukisa naye nga tolina magezi. Akuwa omukisa tosoma, tolina bakuyamba, n'oba ne ssente n'ozikola mu byagala, n'ogula emmotoka 8, n'owasa abakazi nkumuliitu, n'okola buli kimu kyonna paka lw'ofanga ekikusetiza your money. Nofa mugende mumanye engeri y'okubeera mu nsi n'engeri gye munaasobola okutuuka mu kufa ng'okoze. Nze ennyimbe okutali bantu zantama, ennyimbe okutali maziga zantama. Mbasaba mugende mukole nnyo eyave. Make sure you die with a rich regimen. Les Brown said, live full, die empty. Live full, die empty. Go and explore yourself. Go and be fruitful and multiply and be the best you can ever be. That when you die, God will say, rest well. naye buli bw'ofanga oluluma n'omulambo gutiisa abagulaba, naye buli bw'ofanga okoze bagamba yes omusajja akoze, abaana baabo abazzukulu baabo omusajja akoze, omukazi ono akoze. Mbongeramu amaanyi, mubeere b'amaanyi nnyo. Go on the hustle, go on the hustle, endure, persevere, keep going, be a hustler, and be positive. And remember, God has bigger plans for you. Thank you for listening to me.
Wow, thank you so much, Fr Kiibi, for this kind of nourishment. Multitudes have enjoyed it. And would like to thank you for taking your time to prepare this presentation. May we once again join our hands to there is one who sent me an inbox and said, Father, please make it a point that you spare a slot some other time for Fr Kiibi to come back here. So, and I told her, no worries, that we shall work through. I would like to thank you so much, our parishioners. We always have these classes every last Tuesday of the month. And so these numbers have been extremely big. I don't know where these numbers are all the time when you have these classes of adult catechesis, but at least we are aware that these programs are always carried on. We have different facilitators, and like Father said, we have different charisms and gifts. His is to speak and talk and talk and talk. We also have, people that come and have a different touch of the presentations, but all these topics are very rich. So these big numbers in the next adult category to having you come and get enriched. It really gives us a lot of a positivity that these programs that the church initiated are benefiting, because that was the motive. Online, there were over 300 people so that were watching. So that gives us, a fulfillment. I'm so sure when Father goes to bed, yes, he will feel contented. When a parish priest goes to bed, when all the people, the stakeholders that are organizing these programs, when you go to bed, you feel, wow, the people of God have been nourished. So thank you so much, Father. And thank you so much, our parishioners, for responding positively. I was told as we were beginning this class, there is a particular group that has come from Kansanga Parish. If you're around, may you please rise and you acknowledge your presence. From Kansanga Parish? Yes. And purposely they have come